queens and gentle Xenos, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the #1 Tyranid Shitshow on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 Tyranid Shitshow on the internet, the Creature Conference. Look at that. This chat is already on screen. This is amazing. It's like I actually planned it and didn't come together and do this last minute. I'm joined tonight by my erstwhile co-host, Flynnhammer. Flynnhammer, are you there?
Yes, I am here, but can chat hear me? That is the real question.
Well, that is always the question. Chat, can you hear us? Why don't we put that in the chat and ask them? Or if you can hear us, just like shout in and tell us you can hear us. Because we regularly have random... oh, I got a heart. What's that all about? We regularly have random technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a Creature Conference without starting a little bit late or random technical difficulties. I feel like other streamers start late. I don't think we're the only ones. I have a stream that I try to watch fairly regularly, and he always starts late. So whatever. Flynn, how you doing?
Not too bad. Just been a nice week. Monday missed my delivery of Leviathan. Had to go and pick it up a couple of days later, but I got it now. I'm happy.
People have been having some issues with their deliveries of Leviathan. I know bits of people who need to have these Tyranids in their hands. Bits of Box had some issues getting his delivery. Emperor's Paintbrush on Instagram, someone who I follow, he also had issues getting his delivery. So I don't know what's going on. But like, okay,
they're all gone by UPS in the UK.
Well, I think it's probably the Games Workshop dropped a metric ton of Leviathan boxes on the mail service, and the mail service is like, what are we doing now? Yeah, and like let's just take a moment to notice that what we get to complain about today is that my boxes didn't arrive on time, rather than Games Workshop didn't make enough boxes for everyone to get one. And it sounds like Games Workshop made enough boxes for everyone to get one.
Yeah,
I think maybe possibly.
I can definitely tell you that's true, because I've got two of them. The first, so people got lucky to get the delivery on the Saturday. I was one of the unlucky people who didn't get theirs dispatched until later Saturday for my first box. My second box didn't get dispatched.
Wait, you mean you already got one box and you just hadn't gotten your second one, and that's what you're complaining about? Or you had received a total of 0 boxes? My
second box arrived on Wednesday. My first box, I had to go into the office on Monday, so I missed the delivery for it, so I had to pick that up on the Tuesday. The second box came, but the second box didn't get dispatched until like 4 days after the first box got dispatched. So I think what they're doing is they're just working down the list of the order numbers. So if you were lucky enough to get through the queue system earlier, your one got dispatched earlier, and then the lower down in the queue you were, yours is getting dispatched then. So they're just making sure that the people that queued, it's just going out in the order, because they just dropped everything on the delivery system, and it's just like, this is not fun.
Yeah, well, anyway, good thing that they got out. Good thing that most people have the new box in their hot little hands. Though I was a jammy bastard and I got to get cracking on some Tyranids early, thanks to Eric's Hobby Workshop, I did go and try and get my own box on Saturday. And again, I'm very lucky that I'm pretty good friends with one of the dudes who works at our local Games Workshop. Hot tip: become good friends with one of the dudes who works at your local Games Workshop. Hopefully one of them is like nice and cool, like mine is. Yeah, so my buddy helped me pre-order the box despite the fact that I was like away on vacation when the pre-orders officially started. And then it was there when I went there to pick it up on Saturday, which was great. And my buddy also switched Space Marines with me. So they got double Space Marines and I got double Tyranids, which is really all you want from this box. Well, I should say I got double Tyranids and this one Terminator. This one Terminator who will not be having a good day, mark my words. He won't be around for much longer, don't worry. In fact, you people here on the stream are my real friends. So I'm going to give you a little hot preview for what's going on with this Terminator and why I've got this Terminator here. And before I give you this preview, I just want to note that a lot of my early projects from Leviathan, like not counting the Screamer Killer that I did for Eric's Hobby Workshop, a lot of my early projects from Leviathan, I've realized are all inspired by Hive Fleet Moloch. So I'm going to show you this, and then you're going to tell me if you can... What's that? Oh, yeah, true. I'm going to show you this, and then you're going to tell me if you can guess the Hive Fleet Moloch model that this is based on.
Well, should we also get the real Hive Fleet Moloch to guess which one it's from?
Is he here? Did he show up finally?
Hi, sorry.
Marco, welcome, buddy.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you weren't a little bit delayed for bad reasons, for scary reasons, for real life.
Thanks.
You didn't fall off a boat, did you?
Not yet. Not today, at least. It's been a while. Thanks. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Flynn, how are you?
I am very good.
All right.
Excellent.
So, Marco, we're playing a game. The game is, I was mentioning how a lot of my early Leviathan projects are inspired by your models. So we're playing guess which one of Marco's models this is inspired by. So I'm being a bit cheeky. Does anyone have an idea yet? I don't think you'll have an idea yet. But here's the first part that could be inspired by one of Hive Fleet Moloch's lovely models. Has anyone got a guess? Throw it in the chat. What this could be. I don't think anyone's going to guess it. I don't think Marco's going to guess it at this point because it's pretty obscure still. And it's not a direct, just to say, it's not a direct reference to the Hive Fleet Moloch model. At this point, it may be a, you know, a similar, but not the same. But I think it will become very apparent in just a moment. So, Marco, you got any ideas which one of your models I'm trying to copy here?
With the Terminator and the Neuroguard.
Yes, but keep in mind that your model may not exactly be a Terminator and a Neuroguard. And if you do know, save it. Say yes, I think I know, but don't spoil it for anybody. Oh, okay, really?
Mm.
Oh wow, okay, that'd be cool. All right, well, let's add. Go ahead, Marco.
Or maybe not. Let me wait for a second.
That's fine.
Are you going to dig it out?
Now I will give you the part that should really give away what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know if I can like put them together yet, because maybe I can. Okay, I'm gonna try something off camera. One sec. Hopefully this works. I don't think it will, but let's see. Let's live fast and die hard. Oh Jesus, this was a mistake. Okay, this is gonna look a little weird. I need more blue tack.
Drum roll,
no,
please.
Don't fall. Drum roll. No, not worthy of a drum roll yet. It's not even close yet. But okay, now it looks even less like Hive Fleet Moloch's model. But you know, here we go. Da 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Oh wait, hold on.
Backwards.
So, everyone's falling down. Okay, this is not going together well. I need to pin this.
It's a shrike!
It's not a shrike. That's not what I'm imitating.
Now I got it.
Wait, Marco, do you have an idea of what... Does anyone in the chat remember what this is? Let's hold off for a second. That was a terrible, terrible mock-up. I'm sorry. But I'm looking to fix that tonight. They might. They might. Okay, I won't blue tack it, but I'll hold it up again. So we got a big, ugly big, ugly Imperial guy punching down on a little, tiny, innocent Tyranid guy. And then coming in from behind, we have the Avenging Angel. The super sneaky, super terrifying flying Tyranid coming in to avenge his little brother. I pretty much gave it away. If you've got an exhaustive memory of Marco's models, even though these are different models from the exact ones he used. So if you do know, throw it in the chat.
And it's old.
It's like old. Yeah. It's old. That is another good clue. How is my autofocus off? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Remember which white dwarf?
Oh my god. I'm an idiot. That's why. Okay. Sorry. I just realized my camera has been on the wrong setting this whole time. Maybe it's gonna get a little better now. Did anyone have a guess?
The gargoyle protecting its nest.
There's a gargoyle protecting its nest? Marco, you made a gargoyle protecting its nest?
No.
I was going to say, I don't
guess-
remember that.
I guess he's talking about the Harridan, maybe?
Bargate.
Ooh, oh.
Vargas says the converted Hive Tyrant.
Oh, look at that. Of course, Hive Fleet Bargeist, exhaustive memory of all things Tyranid. That's right.
Of course, of course.
Oh, it's that Hive Tyrant one.
Can someone tell us what the models are actually in Marco's Hive Tyrant diorama? The Hive Tyrant swooping down.
It's a third
It's a
edition.
third
Hive
edition.
Tyrant.
Yes.
Yep.
The thing is,
But what's he
I can't
attacking?
remember- I can't
It's
remember
not a
what he's
Terminator.
attacking.
It's not a Neurogaunt.
It's a normal Space Marine.
No, it's not a Space Marine. It's someone a bit more dangerous than a Space Marine. In fact, someone who could actually survive in combat with a Tyranid.
Chaplain Cassius.
And not a Space Marine.
Oh.
Imperial Agent, not a Space Marine.
Yep.
Slime Arbo.
Marco, what is it?
It was an Eversor assassin.
That's
holding up
right.
A puny tiny ripper.
That's right. It was an Eversor
Mhm.
assassin overpowering a tiny little Ripper. And I updated that. Can anyone guess what more recent thing I'm referencing with this model? And why I updated it from an Eversor assassin and a Ripper to a Terminator and a Neurogaunt?
Because you like
Yeah.
Terminators so much.
He's a
Well,
Space
you
Marine.
know,
Wait, that
you-
part.
No, you're joking, but I do love Terminators. The only Space Marines that I have any love for are Terminators. Old school Terminators.
What?
Not weird Gravis armor whatevers. Because like I don't know, there's just something about this helmet. It's so iconic
Yeah,
from like
it's true.
my Games Workshop youth. Oh, there we go. Okay, so so far in terms of useless internet points, we have Bargeist with 10 useless internet points for the converted Hive Tyrant. And then Post-it Tinker got I'm gonna say, I don't know, wait, 2004 Hive Tyrant. Is that when it came out? Or was it earlier?
It was earlier. The 2004 Hive Tyrant is the one I was thinking of when we said Flying
Oh, the
Hive
metal one?
Tyrant with the
Right.
resin, wasn't it, when it first came out?
That Marco did for
Marco
the
resin.
the Godzilla swarm.
With the Forge Road wings and the
Yeah.
the blade arms on the arms and then the clawed
Yep,
feet.
yep.
That's the one when you said Flying Hive Tyrant. That's what I thought of in immediately.
Yeah. No, so yeah, it was the third edition Hive Tyrant with the old Alien Queen head, and it had the classic Tyranid Hive Tyrant wings in third edition, which were, of course, Marco.
Plastic dragon wings.
That's
I
right,
remember
plastic dragon
correctly.
wings.
There was nothing else
those-
for poor space bugs back then.
Those
Not
weird
many options.
plastic dragon wings that cost, I think they cost like 18 bucks Canadian, or do they cost 9 bucks Canadian? I can't remember. And yeah, so it was the third edition Tyrant flying. It was amazing. Marco did an amazing job on it. Actually, it wasn't the Marco flying Hive Tyrant that converted me to his bugs. That was actually his it was your original one. The one that was posted on Agus's site that looked like it was like dancing with its blades, like spinning around killing everybody.
Yeah,
Standing on a
No,
starfish, I think?
I think the one with the Eversor was the flying one.
Yes,
Which
yes.
was
So what I was
super
going to say is that the one with the Eversor is the one I'm referencing, but the Marco's Hive Tyrant that really converted me was that original one that you posted, that was posted on
Yeah.
Agus's site. I love that
Yeah.
one so much. And that was when I was like, I looked at it and I was like, you can do this with Tyranids? It blew my mind.
I am
think
trying
we-
to
yeah.
find an image of it, and it is so hard to find an image of it. It's not on the Warp Shadow archives. I'm struggling to find it on your Instagram page, Mark.
No, go on my website,
won't.
bud.
Yeah.
The best way to find it is modernsynthesis.com.
Yeah,
'Cause I've got
it's
all
not
kinds
even
of
on your
Hive Fleet
Instagram
Moloch.
page.
No, it's too old. I've got all kinds of classic Hive Fleet Moloch content on Modern Synthesis after hivefleetmoloch.com went down.
Remember, you still got biomorphs still running around.
Oh God. Marco thinks that I maintain this stuff on my site because I out of reverence for him, really, I'm just trying to steal his Google juice because he was no longer on the internet with his website. So
I will be
I want all the
forever
Google
grateful
juice.
for that.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. Because I feel like I'm just ripping off your content.
Okay.
Not really.
Plugging that
Go ahead.
link into the chat for anyone who wants to peruse it.
My website or the specific posts?
The
you find it?
specific part of your website, which is Hive Fleet Moloch.
Sweet.
Then I will find that specific one. Oh, which was also featured in one of the White Dwarfs.
Of course. This is how all Marco stuff's on my site. It's like all the White Dwarf articles.
We need to see more of these again.
Of Marco's
Get
mids?
James. Yes, get James Workshop on the phone.
Oh, to show like the old White Dwarfs?
Oh no, most of those are actually now up on Warhammer Vault.
Really?
You still have yours, yeah.
Oh, I think I still I have not opened Warhammer Plus yet.
Yeah,
I just bought my
haven't been
model.
on time.
And then I'm done.
Just trying
Yeah,
to think.
anyway.
The new models for that will be coming out soon. They'll be announcing them soon.
Yeah, usually like Augustish, I think.
Yeah, August is when it comes out, so this should be announced soon. I'm hoping another Tyranid.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be amazing, but I doubt I would be shocked if it was a Tyranid. I would be shocked. That would be amazing, but I would be so shocked. It doesn't have mass appeal. Like, you gotta look at the other Warhammer Plus models. They kind of have mass appeal. Like, I know people were not as into the assassin. I loved it, but that Chaos dude was just like iconic piece of classic Games Workshop art.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you could do that with a Tyranid.
I feel your point, but I raise you the counterpoint of, you look at the Age of Sigmar ones they do. You had an orc character, kind of not really that fancy.
No,
The Age of Sigmar was the Chaos Sorcerer. The only really good
that
bit
was
about
nice.
it.
That was a cool model. I bought that model.
Oh,
that was a damn fine model. With all the
what
like
I'm saying
familiars.
is the familiars were the good bit, but the main model was the Sorcerer. He was a bit naff.
Yeah, but what can you say about those familiars?
Sword guy is cool. I like the sword guy.
No, those are all classic familiars, right, Marco?
I
think
those are...
are...
I like the one with the sword. The little guy with the sword in it. He's brilliant.
So, though that may look random and like, hey, they're just doing like random chaos familiars, what they're doing there is it's another nostalgia hit. It's another cheeky reference at an old an old classic model. Almost destroyed this Neuroguard. Yeah, so I don't know that there's a piece of Tyranid art iconic enough for them to do like a Warhammer Plus model about it, and I don't know that it would make sense for them to do a Tyranid model for Warhammer Plus, because honestly, no one's buying Warhammer Plus for the content, because there's very little content. They're all buying it for the miniatures, so you really got to hit it out of the park. It's going to be a Space Marine. It's going to be some, like that John Blanche Space Marine that they had for the Dark Templar guy with the stop sign. Remember that guy?
Yep.
Yeah, and
mark my words, it's going to be a piece of art like that. It's going to be some iconic old piece of art. That's a Space Marine.
I think they might either do John Blanche this year because he retired this year, but because of the timing around it, I'm thinking it's more likely to be next year for a John Blanche one.
Oh, yeah. If they wanted to do something, they wouldn't have known when they were making the miniature that John was retired.
Oh, to be honest, he might have given them enough notice and they already had one in the works. But anyway, that's Flynnhammer hat theory area, and I'm not going there tonight.
Sure. And yeah, so I would love to see a Tyranid. I'm not expecting a Tyranid.
Yeah.
But yeah, whoever said the teaser video for Space Marines and Tyranids that was the Terminator power fisting a Neuroguard in the head. Yeah, this guy's getting some revenge for that garbage. That is most definitely my inspiration for this model.
Nice. No fisting allowed.
Was that Marco?
That was me. I said no fisting.
No, Marco was about to say something. I don't want to hear your joke, Flynn. I want to hear Marco's actual intelligent comment. Marco, please. Save me from this man.
Sorry.
No. Flynn, who should be apologizing.
Just to concentrate right now. Yeah, actually, in fact, I don't know if you remember, but I started with this Hive Tyrant's base with the Eversor back then, and I removed it because it was I grew tired of looking at it. Because at
Really?
first it looked nice, and I thought it was very funny, but after some time it was too silly to look at it. So I built another base, different one, more with a digestion pool. And just
Maybe I remember that. I don't know if I remember that.
yeah.
Damn. Oh well, I think it was iconic.
I like the second base much better.
Okay.
Because
Well, there you go.
Assassin's Creed was funny, but it was just too cartoonish for me.
There you go, friends. The finest artists are never satisfied with their art. Always seeking to improve. Yeah, I just always thought it was so like, because the Eversor is like the most, I don't know, I think he's probably up there with like some of the best like Space Marines in terms of combat. Like he's like the finest close combat operative the Imperials can field almost. And there he is, like completely overpowering this poor little Ripper. Got it strung up by its tail. He's about to chop it in half with his power sword. And of course, Marco with the inspired by the depths, there's always a bigger fish thing.
Yep.
Has the Hive Tyrant swooping in behind to take him out. So I love that. And like, I feel like I kind of channeled a bit of that because Marco always did really good cinematic bases with like victims on the base to make you like really feel the horror of the Tyranids. And on this one of these streams, when I was working on the Dominid 3, my third Tyranid Dominatrix, someone joked that he should have been squashing a dreadnought or something, like that the Dominatrix should have like totally wrecked a dreadnought. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, but like I don't have a dreadnought kicking around, and I don't think my client wants to pay for a dreadnought just to have it squished on the base. And then my client watched the stream and got back to me and was like, yeah, it sounds really cool, let's get a dreadnought, squish it on the base. So to get the always a bigger fish thing, I had the dreadnought crushing Hormigaunt in his power fist, and then the dreadnought is being squashed underneath the Dominatrix. And I feel like that was channeling a bit of Marco's victim stuff.
Awesome.
She did a lot of.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Average Irish Dude has said, I love the Screamer Killer you did. It was also very new to us because that's how I found your channel.
Oh, through Eric's Hobby Workshop. Awesome. So glad to have you here. Glad you found the place. And glad you're joining us for a stream. I got, no joke, I got 1,000 subscribers from that, which is a lot for me. Barely a drop in the bucket for Eric, but a lot for me. So I'm very happy to welcome a bunch of very new people. My goal was to have like 1,000 new videos ready for folks when they came over from Eric's. But then I went on vacation and Leviathan happened. So I put out one new video 2 weeks ago about sculpting Tyranid armor plates. I've shot the next video, which is the sculpting the vents. I just have to edit it up. And then that will be going up soon-ish. As soon as I stop working on Leviathan models and go back to working on video, which is a really tough call. That'll be going up, and you can look forward to that. But in the meantime, if you're new to the channel, check out my old sculpting tutorials, because there's a lot of green stuff tutorials on there that you could find something useful. And yeah, I'm just really glad for anyone who found the channel through the Screamer Killer video and is now here for the streams, because I have a bunch of subscribers and not that many show up for the streams. So either we're doing shitty streams or they're just like not stream people.
Yeah. Or we're just the wrong time for the streams.
Yeah, maybe, who knows. I'm not gonna lie, when we did streams on like Wednesday nights or something, and or was it Thursday nights for a while? I don't know. There was some like Wednesday or Thursday night, and those have huge numbers. But I think that with those ones, I was like actually like progressing through the Dominatrix sculpting subsequent parts of it. So that might have juiced the numbers somewhat.
Oh, but Average Irish Dude does say, I love converting and green stuff sculpting.
Great.
Have you embraced our Lord and Savior Nivea cream?
Yes. Well, if you love green stuff sculpting, I hope you've embraced Nivea cream as your lubricant of choice. That's something that I go on and on about. Learned from Hydra, who wasn't able to join us for the stream today. But yeah, it'll change your sculpting life, no question. That might sound hyperbolic because we're talking about cream, but that is literally the feedback I get from everybody. Oh my God, where has this been? It changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my life. So don't discount the importance of lubricant when you're sculpting. And go search my video about Nivea. Where is it? Nivea hand cream as sculpting lubricant. I made a how to sculpt video about it within the last year. It's me with a bunch of tentacles on my face on the preview. And this stuff, you don't understand it until you use it. It will change your life. In fact, if you're in the chat, Nivea changed your life, please chat in right now and tell us how Nivea, or if you're Bargaste and you're a cheeky bastard, AR51 or whatever his weird hand cream's called, let them know how hand cream changed your life. Also, I gave one of these, no joke, to Eric's Hobby Workshop, Mr. 175,000 subscribers on YouTube, who's pretty good at sculpting. I gave him one of these. I'm like, dude, you got to use this when you're sculpting. He tried it. He messaged me this week. He's like, dude, I cannot believe how much better my sculpting is using this on my tools. So there you go. Plug for Nivea. I reached out to Nivea Canada. I'm like, hey guys, I use your stuff all the time. I plug it all the time. They're like, oh, that's great. They don't care. They don't give a crap.
Because you're not using for intended purposes.
They don't. Yeah. They don't give a crap. You're not a beautiful woman smearing it on your beautiful face. We don't give a crap.
Blitzer says something heretical in the chat. I have
What?
found success with Vaseline Shea Buttercream.
Well, that's
In the
actually
word
that. No. That's
Vaseline.
not heresy. That's like, that's just hand cream by another name. Is
Oh,
what
okay,
Blitz is talking
please.
about there. Like,
Sorry, I saw the word Vaseline, that's why.
no, but yeah. So if you go and check out my video about Nivea and why it should be your Lord and Savior and you should accept it into your life, you will find that in that video I did a test where I compared it to other lubricants like water. I did not compare it to spit because I'm not disgusting, and Vaseline, because some hobbyists use Vaseline to lubricate their sculpting. In fact, I think what's his name? Tabletop Tom, Tabletop Jim, Tabletop, I can't remember his name. Pete the Wargamer. Thank you. Pete the Wargamer famously uses Vaseline. And like, I mean, I judged Pete a bit when I heard that, but also Pete makes beautiful miniatures, so who am I to judge Pete? So yeah, you're allowed to use Vaseline if you really want to, but it's not as good as green stuff, and it's going to waste your time, and you're going to have to clean your models. So
Vaseline.
please
Nivea.
check out Nivea. Please check out Nivea, because the Vaseline is going to slow you down, and Nivea is going to speed you up. And you do not have to wash your models after. That Screamer Killer that I painted, the new one that I converted from Leviathan, I finished converting him, and I primed him, or I finished sculpting on him like that morning, and I primed him at 1 p.m., and I did not wash the model. It still would have had some Nivea residue on it. It was fine. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Somebody else has got to talk.
Links have been posted in the chat as well for those videos. So you've got your tentacle
Thank
on
you,
one
Flynnhammer.
and
That's
one.
fantastic. That's
That
fantastic.
could be useful sometimes.
Yes. What else is going on in the chat, Flynn?
So we do also have Gun Nut Productions, who I don't recognize. Sorry,
No, I remember Gun Nut. Gun Nut's been here before.
Post-it Tinker as well.
Post-it Tinker I don't recognize. Yeah, so welcome, Post-it Tinker, if it's your first stream.
And
Thank you for joining us.
We also have, way before we started, we had Ghost X, close brackets,
Macadam?
saying first.
There you go. Ghost X got right in there.
They got in right there. We've got George and Heather saying yo.
George and Heather's new.
Welcome.
Hi,
to
George
us
and
if you're
Heather.
Still here.
Wait, George and Heather or George Heather?
George and Heather.
Oh wow, a twofer. It's like Diana and Tom.
Yes.
Are Tom and Diana here with us tonight?
Diana is here with us.
Yay! Hi, Diana.
And Tom is here with us.
Yay! Hi, Tom.
Yay. We also have Dan.
Fun fact: Tom and Diana actually met through the stream. They're now married and happily so after having met through the stream. That's what happened, right, Flynn? They met through our stream, right?
Yeah. We'll take the credit for it.
And Dan Kaplinger. Hello, Dan. Welcome. Did I mention on the previous stream that Dan is definitely not working on something secret for me that I'm definitely not going to mention on the stream?
Secrets with you. It's always secrets with you now.
Yeah, this is the fun part.
We've got Moose Heist.
Moose Heist?
Moose Heist.
I heard Moose Heist.
S-Y-S-T.
Oh, that's amazing. I heard Moose Heist. Like, I thought that someone was stealing a Canadian moose. All right. Hi, Mooseist. Moosist. Isn't it Moosist?
Cyst. I can't.
I think it's Cyst.
Yeah, I
Hello,
mean, dyslexia. I
Moosist.
can't read things properly.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Flynn. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
Yeah, everyone does. Even I do. I'm not David. Is
I'm
here.
not
Brett
David.
Evans.
Good to see you.
Brett Evans.
Brett. Hello, Brett.
Fergus Carroll.
Bogus Carroll? That's a wicked name.
Fergus
Carroll, also a cool name. I mean, a little better if it was Bogus Carroll, but you know.
We also have Mark.
Mark. Hello, Mark. Welcome. Wow, we got a lot of people. Thank you all for joining. This is amazing.
Also, Mother Reaper, who I believe is very new to us. I haven't seen Mother Reaper before.
I feel like we may have seen Mother Reaper before, but I'm not sure. Hello, Mother Reaper. Welcome.
Streams.
Oh, Mother Reaper came from the Wednesday?
I don't know. I'm just saying in case they're from the Wednesday streams.
Oh, I don't remember Mother Reaper on the Wednesday streams.
Diana does say we are even in different places watching the stream.
Not only did you not meet through the stream, you don't even like to see each other during the stream. Okay, I get how it is. I see. You don't love us as much as we love you. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go cry in the corner right now.
We have Gun Up Productions does say reminded the folks where they can get green stuff not from Verdant Thing Planet.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Gun Up Productions. We don't say that word on the stream, but that's fine. You didn't know that. You're new. Also, I used the wrong bit. God damn it. Anyway,
I have a place I get mine from.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll take some turns. So, yeah, we don't mention the name of that shitty retailer in Europe because they're shitty and they take advantage of people and stuff like that. So, yeah, Flynn calls them Verdant Things Planet. It's okay. I'm not going to hold it against anyone. But
no, that was on the stream for it. That came from the stream before.
Oh, it did? Oh, it wasn't from you? It was from our genius guests?
If I'm correct, I think it was Peter Evil Eye who came up with it.
Oh, that sounds like Peter Evil Eye.
We had pointy parts as well.
Yeah, we don't mention spiky bits on the stream. We call it pointy parts because screw Rob Bear and all his clickbaity crap. Yeah, we got beef with people. People, I don't know, someone reached out to me and they were like, you should make videos where you like call out like the bad actors in the community on YouTube or something. I'm like, no man, I don't want beef with YouTubers. Forget that. I'm not having beef with YouTubers. YouTube's a lot of work. I'm not gonna beef with random people. Actually, and it would just make me look stupid. But I will beef with shitty retailers who are stealing business from actual friendly local gaming stores who love their customers. I will have beef with shitty content creators who run circa 2007 blogs where they just rip off other people's stuff and make money off clickbait ads. I'll have beef with those people. I got no problem beefing with them. So yeah, that's a persona non grata here.
Yeah. So one place I get mine from in the UK. So there's a company called
Greenstuff, right?
Greenstuff, specifically Greenstuff. So Needite as the technical name for it.
Is it Needite? I call it Needutite. I don't know. What is it?
Remember, I can't
Marco,
read.
what do you call it? Oh, sorry, Marco, what do you call it? How do you pronounce it?
As I said.
You go Needutite as well?
Yep. That's how it's
Like
written.
you need a tight shirt. I need a tight shirt right now. I need it like my life is dependent on it. I need a tight shirt. That was a really good example, Mr. Pink. Thank you, Mr. Pink. People in the chat, how do you refer to your green stuff? How do you say the name? Give us a read. Oh, I wonder if they were going to say like no, I mean, how do you pronounce it? Like Needutite? Needatit? Needatit?
For me to read it, can you break it up into like this how you would do it? How you would say it?
Phonetics. I think the word you're looking for is phonetics.
That's the one. But the place I go to is called the Troll Trader. So
you get yours from Troll Trader.
Yeah. So you can either go to their eBay store where they have no postage charge and it is £9.50, or you can go onto their website where it is also £9.50. By the way, this is for 36-inch roll and it is connected, but if you use it quickly enough or as fast enough as I use it, you won't have to worry about it curing.
Flynnhammer, can you like not buy magic sculpt? Can you not buy epoxy putty? Because you would use so much less green stuff if you just used like epoxy putty for your early stuff. You spent so much green stuff on those models, dude.
You know why I actually do?
Because you got more money than sense?
No. Apoxie Sculpt goes in the center.
Oh, man. Okay, but you could probably still do a lot of the sculpting you do with Apoxie Sculpt. You don't have to use green stuff for it. It hurts me every time I see one of your models that's just like head-to-toe green stuff. I'm like, that cost you $1 million.
No, it didn't.
Okay. So...
I hate
a
to
lot of things underneath it. That's why.
Don't we have a schedule and a couple of things for today?
Sorry, yes, Marco, yes. I may have consumed some Canadian herbal tea before the stream, so I may be talking more than I usually do. It's legal. Hopefully legal where you are. Probably not, but I'm sorry. Come to Canada. I'd be happy to introduce you to some lovely Canadian tea. Come on over. So quickly before we get there, I want to give people advice for where to buy green stuff, because that was a really good suggestion that came through from, was it posted? No, who was it? Gunnut.
Gunnut, yeah.
Okay, so Flynn mentioned Troll Trader in the UK. I have heard, or I have found this, oh god, I have a million things in front of my keyboard. SYL Creates or SYL Creative, that is another retailer in the UK, unfortunately, UK, that will sell you green stuff. But I'm pretty sure if you're in Europe, you got to pay like shipping and maybe like Brexit fees. But that's something I've heard of. I've not used them, so I can't tell you that they're amazing.
I've used them before.
Yeah.
I've used Psychociller before.
Yeah.
It comes the same way. The Troll Trader will come you in a little plasticky bag.
Yeah.
A Ziploc bag, and it's connected. Psychociller will come in a connected strips as well, but they'll give you a little box that's in it. It's all wrapped around each other. So, and they will charge more for the green stuff, and they will charge you an arm and a leg for postage. So your best bet is just to go. Even in the UK, I've used them. When
okay, so what is? But you need to like
months.
Maybe like different people have different priorities for like shipping and stuff. What do you say is exorbitantly expensive for shipping?
I mean, their basic postage for shipping was about, off the top of my head, I could check my actual invoices, but it was about 9 or something quid. It was about nearly as much as the green stuff strip itself.
Oh, that seems like a lot of money.
Whereas Greenstuff World is about £3.50 or something.
We're not promoting Greenstuff World. Fuck Greenstuff World.
No, sorry. Troll Trader for green stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't say it yet.
Yeah, I have not bought anything from Greenstuff World in a very, very long time. My brother, funny story, my brother actually said, "Oh, should I get these stuffs from Greenstuff World?" And I just went to him, "No." Straight up, no. And he was like, "Okay, I am not even going to ask."
And then
why.
you sent him to my video so he could learn why.
No. He was just like, "Okay, where else can I go instead of there?" Because he knew there was a reason when I say don't go to this company.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I did have to jump in that.
No, you should send him my
Leviathan, Junestealer.
No, wait, Marco. This is important. This is telling people, like, this is sculpting tips. They've watched 1,000 talking heads talk about Leviathan 15 times over. They're coming to us for the real beans, my friend. That they want to know where to get green stuff. So Marco, if you have to buy green stuff, you live in Germany, which is in the UK. You live in Germany, which is in Europe. Like, you probably have some great resources that these people need to hear about. So where would you recommend getting green stuff for someone in Germany?
Battlefield Berlin.
Okay, but is that an online retailer for people who don't live in the capital?
Of course it is. Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. I didn't know about that. So they'll ship to the Germans?
Yes.
Worldwide. There you go. Maybe you can get a deal in the rest of Europe. Try shipping from Germany. Might be cool. They're part of the EU. They still love you. So yeah, give that a go. It might be cheap. What about PK Pro? That's one that Simon's told me about. Do they sell green stuff? Do you know?
Yes, works as well.
Okay, yeah. So PK Pro, I think, sells green stuff. I think Simon buys from PK Pro more. I don't know, Marco, if you are into PK Pro.
I haven't ordered from them yet. Didn't need to, but they are good.
Okay. And yeah, so those are two options in Germany. And then for moi, I will cover North America. Oh man, this does fit. So I screwed up. In North America, I live in Canada. So if you live in Canada and you want to get some green stuff, I would recommend, actually, I have a new recommendation, because I used to say that I would recommend Meeple Mart, but Meeple Mart never has the shit in stock. Like, it sells out, and then like I will personally call Gale Force 9 to get them to restock them, and it'll sell out again, and they don't really keep it in stock. But there's a company called Wheels and Wings Hobbies. They're in Toronto. They're really nice guys. They are pros on airbrushes, like absolute pros on airbrushes. So Wheels and Wings Hobbies sells green stuff. I used to go in there and get all kinds of other hobby stuff, but the guy just told me they have green stuff. Unfortunately, it does come in a 3-foot ribbon, but he said that's the only way he can get it from his retailer. And when I told him that there was a better way to buy it, he said he's going to look into it. So hopefully soon they will have green stuff in non-ribbon bar form, but I cannot promise that yet. And that's in Canada. But if you want to buy in the US, I absolutely have a recommendation for you, which is Greenstuff Industries. Flynn, can you type that in the chat? Greenstuff Industries.
I can do one better.
That is, oh, the link. Great, yeah. So I highly recommend Greenstuff for Industries if you're in the States, even if you're in Canada, because I ordered from them. They shipped to Canada. The shipping was not too expensive, but I'm in Canada, so I'm used to paying dumb shipping. Yeah, but Greenstuff Industries to the States should be really easy and really good. The guy's name is Rich that runs the place. He's very generous. He gave us the green stuff rollers in my tentacle video that I put out to give away, and I still owe one of those to Julian. Oh man, we were gonna like, I was gonna send some stickers to him or something, and then like he told me the stickers, and then it kind of got behind. Anyway, whatever. We got a giveaway from Greenstuff Industries for the videos on my channel, so they're super kind. And I bought their tentacle roller because it's just really great, and I talk about it in my video. But that is a great place to get green stuff, and they always seem to have it in stock, and I'm pretty sure they sell it in bars. So they've got it the way that you really want to buy it. So if you're in the US, go to Greenstuff Industries. Way better than that other crappy place in Spain.
So there is one question now in regards to sculpting putties. It is from Post-it Tinker. Says, where do you find Apoxie Sculpt in EU? For example, France.
Okay, so I would tell you to email the fine people at Aves, because I've like, when I lived in the UK very briefly, and I was living in Warwickshire, well, in Warwick, the place with the super huge castle, the old castle, and I was like, oh man, I need some Apoxie Sculpt because I was doing Warhammer. And I just contacted Aves, and I was like, I'm in the UK. Where do I get Apoxie Sculpt? And they connected me with a Welsh taxidermist, because apparently taxidermists use Apoxie Sculpt. So they're very nice. Anytime you want any of these things, contact the company that makes them. You might not be able to get them on social media, although Aves does check their Instagram. You can go to their website, find their email. Yeah, some of them unfortunately don't have emails. Like the company that makes green stuff didn't have an email address. I tried calling them in like Ohio, and it didn't work out. But generally, when you talk to these, you call these people, they'll tell you. Like when I was trying to figure out where to get green stuff in Canada, I called Gale Force 9, because I know Gale Force 9 packages and sells green stuff both in bar and tape form, and they're just like a repackager reseller. And Gale Force 9 has got offices like in the UK, it's got offices in North America, so you can just contact them and be like, hey, Gale Force 9, I want to buy your green stuff. You can tell me where I find green stuff near me. And then they'll tell you. And I even got to the point where I'm like, yeah, but that store never has it in stock. And they're like, oh, well, make sure to send out some more stock to them right now. So like, they're not always going to do that, but they are very receptive. That's what I'm trying to say. That if you contact the company directly and you say, I want to buy your product, they're going to help you find it. So do that with Apoxie Sculpt. Unfortunately, I have heard tell that when you're trying to buy Apoxie Sculpt in Europe, you're mostly going through Amazon, because not many other people stock it. And that's not like, I don't think Aves is happy when Amazon sells it instead of their retailers, so they're going to help you find a retailer. But the other thing you can get in Europe is Magic Sculpt, and people have told me that Magic Sculpt and Apoxie Sculpt are pretty much the same thing. Is there anyone who has more experience with Magic Sculpt than me that can comment on that?
Never used it.
Marco?
Nope.
Well, damn. I have heard that it's very similar. I guess you guys have not used it because you are all Apoxie Sculpt converts, because as we all learned about it from Hive Trigon, otherwise known as Ed. Where the hell was I?
Uh,
Yeah, so I'm going to respond to the... Oh, Flynn, did you send it? Oh, thank you. I was about to look that up for Adam Ski. So Adam Ski says, is there a known thing about Greenstuff World being a bad company? Yes, there's a known thing. There are several known things. In fact, there's like a never-ending list of known things that I tried to compile that list in a video to tell people what's wrong with Greenstuff World. It's a very short video, but it links to a much longer video that talks about how Greenstuff World stole their tentacle roller. So you can also watch that if you want. It's in German, but it has English. Yeah, the one that Flynn sent is Sculptron 9000, which is my alter ego. And but after you watch that, check the links in the description, and please go watch the video by Tabletop Workshop, I think it's called. It's a German video. I'm telling you now, the audio will be in German. It's got English subtitles. Please read them, because it's a detailed breakdown of like problems with Greenstuff World. Much better research, much longer and more in depth than mine. Mine is just the summary to get you to that video, basically. So yeah, Flynn has generously shared the link to that in the chat.
And also, I think Adam Ski is new to us as well. Welcome.
Adam Ski, welcome. Glad to have you on board. I need a base for this.
So shall we jump into either Leviathan or Junestealer?
Marco, do you have a preference? Do you want to talk about do a roundup of cool Junestealer posts, or talk about Leviathan first?
Well, I would prefer to talk about Leviathan, because I don't know how long I can stay. And this is where...
I knew that was coming. What?
Yeah.
Leviathan it is.
Okay.
Okay, Marco, why don't you kick us off? So we got our boxes of Leviathan this week. You got yours. How many did you get?
I just got 2, but I bought 3 more Psychophages today. So I have 2 boxes and 5 Psychophages in total.
You have 5
Yes.
Psychophages. Okay,
Yes.
Friends in the chat, friends watching at home, this is how you know you've come to the right place. This is how you know that you have found the number 1 Tyranid shit show on the internet. When you're talking to the weirdos on the creature conference, and how many Psychophages did they buy? 5. 5.
Not enough.
Marco, I hope you're buying a new car, because I don't know how else you're going to be able to transport 5 Psychophages in any kind of case.
Before we go further, I just realized we have missed one of the most important things.
Oh no, Flynnhammer, we did it, didn't we?
Where are we coming from in Rick Priestley's ever-growing estate?
Okay, so welcome to people who have never been on this the stream before. There are 3 things you need to know about the Creature Conference. 1, we always start late. 2, our audio is sometimes messed up. 3, we are coming to you live each week from a room inside Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. And each one of us takes a different turn letting everyone at home know what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion we're coming to people from, because Marco was once in his basement. So, Marco, because you were once in his basement, let me know, this week, the Creature Conference is coming to you from which part of Rick Priestley's palatial estate?
Let me think. I don't think we have the closet in his bedroom before, so let's do this today.
Oh, wow. We are getting creepy, deepky, Slaneshi freaky, and we are coming to you live from the closet in Rick Priestley's house. Nobody tell Rick Priestley. This is getting a little creepy.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be scary when if we ever get him on the stream.
Oh, we could probably do that.
Oh, sure.
He just kicks us out at the end.
I think wasn't he on
His birthday video?
No, he was on no, Rick Priestley was not on Marco's birthday video. That was Jess and Phil. Come on. Come on, Flynn. Keep up. Yeah, Rick Priestley was recently on an episode of a podcast, and I can't remember which one, but it was actually a really interesting video. Wait, am I thinking of the right person? Yeah, Rick Priestley was the one who started Space Quest, right? Or damn it, Space Crusade.
He was
Is that Rick?
He was in Mud and Blood.
Mud and Blood, thank you. Yes, Mud and Blood had an excellent interview with Rick Priestley that you need to listen to, because it is all the Games Workshop history that you didn't know you needed to know.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
But-
we could get Rick Priestley on here. I think Rick Priestley is keen to talk to anyone about stuff because I think he has projects. The thing with all these folks is that they will come and talk to you on your stream as long as like you give them the opportunity to plug like their products to like any games they're working on, independent stuff, to Warhammer fans, because the Warhammer fans are the audience they want. So yeah, it's kind of like a lot of them seem to be open to like, if I show up on your show, you're gonna let me plug my thing. So far. So I feel like Rick Priestley is probably one of those. In fact, I may or may not be secretly talking to another person that I think would be lovely to have on the stream. And they are interested. So, and not even the one you know about, Flynn. This is a different one. We're talking to a couple of people, okay, about coming on the stream.
We've got
people
fingers
that might
and pies.
People that, yeah, we've got fingers and pies all over this place. People that would be definitely of interest to Tyranid lovers. So we're trying to make sure we get through those, but also that we don't just like blunder into them, and that we're actually like respectful and like prepared and all that. We don't want to just have someone on here and just like talk garbage in their ear. So yeah, we're figuring it out. We're figuring some things out. There's going to be some fun guests. I don't know how to say this without insulting previous guests. There's going to be some bigger name guests on the stream soon, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm so thankful that these people have the time of day for us. So yeah, you can look forward to that.
The phrase I would use, more well known.
Thank you. More well known. But Marco, thank you for telling us which part of Rick Priestley's house we're coming to people from. Now that we've done that, now that Flynnhammer has reminded us to do the important thing that we're supposed to start every episode with, can you tell us more about why you bought 5 Psychophages?
Yes, of course I can. It's easy to say. It was my second favorite model from the box, and
Wow.
I am so in love with the head.
Okay.
With the tentacle and everything, because it's exactly how I would have liked the Haru specs to look like, but it didn't. And I just want to be prepared for all the conversion ideas that I have. For starters, Flynn did an amazing job on doing an alternate Haru specs some time ago, which was more agile and more lithe and quicker looking. And the first thought I had was,
I forgot about that. That was so good.
Which one was it? And I can post it straight away.
The whale shark one, Flynn.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes. I've been planning to copy it for quite a while, and when I saw the Psychophage, I was like, okay, this is the head I need.
Cool. Yeah, I've also fallen in love with some Psychophage heads. So to flip from Marco's 2 boxes and 5 Psychophages, I have 3 copies of the Tyranids in the box in my possession. One of them was from Eric's Hobby Workshop, of course, because we were working on the Screamer Killer together. So as part of that, he gave me the Tyranids in the box. The second one is a box that I bought, and the third one is because I hate friggin' Space Marines. They're the most boring thing on the planet. Throw them into the sun. So I traded my Space Marines from my box with my good friend. I don't know if I should shout him out. My good friend that I know through Games Workshop, and they gave me their Tyranids. They took my Space Marines, so now I've got 3 sets. Flint, how many Leviathans did you get? I think you already told us, but you can sum it up quick.
I got 2.
2.
Because it was more of that's what I was able to spare for it, and I knew I was going to use the Marines myself. My plan was to give my brother some of them, but they decided no, we didn't want them.
Well,
so
I was going to say, can't you like pawn them off on your brother or something?
Yeah, he didn't really want any of them. Anyway, that's a different story for a different time. But I'm looking at the kit, and I'm already having. I've seen so many people already do some amazing things with the Neurotyrant. But there's one thing I've already seen that people haven't done, and I'm already really tempted to do it.
Okay, be careful. Be careful. Oh, you're going to tell us. Okay, I thought you were going to be cheeky and keep it to yourself.
Oh, I'm not going to be cheeky at all, because the back carapace for it looks prime for giving it a, which one I think one thing you would love to do, Nick? A bio jetpack, jump pack sort of thing.
Ooh, Flynnhammer. I had not seen that fact yet, and you are absolutely correct. that the back of the Neurotyrant is tailor-made for a biojetpack. And if you know one thing about me, well, you might not know one thing about me. I love biojetpacks way more than wings.
You're going to do one now, aren't you?
Well, no, I have a different plan for Neurotyrant before I get to that. And I think I want to do that first.
Yeah. The way I'm already thinking of doing it is using Sporocyst vents.
Oh, I don't think they're powerful enough to be a jetpack, but you try.
They're the right size to fit into it and everything, but the Neurotyrant, the detail on the head is just even more detailed than they did with the plastic zoanthropes, and they were detailed enough as it is. Like that brain is just really detailed.
True, it is. And like we talked about this, I think, on a different stream. I think it was the Wednesday stream, that there's interior detail on the inside of like the mantle thing that the Neurotyrant wears, because you can kind of see it behind the Neurotyrant, and it's so good. Another discovery that people have made this week is take a Neurotyrant and don't put on any of its armor. Just like have the base Neurotyrant body. It looks great. Like it looks like a mega zoanthrope, and it doesn't look like it's lacking that much detail at all. Like the more and more I think about it, the more and more the Neurotyrant is the winner of this kit. The Neurotyrant is the best part. Well, I know Marco with his 5 Psychophages, but yeah, I think that the Neurotyrant is the winner of the Leviathan lottery. I think it's the best. Followed closely by the Von Reinsleepers.
Yeah. There's one thing I will say I don't like about the Neurotyrant.
What's that?
Yeah, it's the double layer of teeth. I just
you're right. That's terrible.
That's the only downside to it. I think I'm already looking at the Neurotyrant and I'm thinking, okay, you can make this into a neurotrope. That little brain stem that comes out from the back, you can just cut that away, sculpt around it, and you've got like a really cool neurotrope. And I'm not happy with how the new organization ways are done for them, but when am I going to play a game? I don't care enough to do that.
Yeah, it's not so good. One other thing, while we're talking about the Neurotyrant, this guy was very much inspired by the Neurotyrant. He's got Neurotyrant hands on him, the weird little rending claws, and he's got a Neurotyrant neurocyte as the back of his head, and then I'm fixing the front of his head. I'm not super happy with it yet, but he is my second model that is a tribute to a Hive Fleet Moloch model. I said that my first 3 projects from Leviathan are all inspired by Hive Fleet Moloch models. Marco knows what this is because I've told him before. Yep. And anyone who's in our Discord probably knows about this, but does anyone else have a guess for which Hive Fleet Moloch model this model is inspired by? He's got a zoanthrope carapace on that I've sculpted some brains into. The goal is to make it look like he's just got all brains under that. He's holding up a hand, like a stop sign.
So while we wait for people to catch up with the stream, because I know there's a bit of delay, Alam has turned up. Hello, Alam.
Oh, Alam, welcome.
Also, Blitz has turned up as well. We didn't get
Hi, Blitz. Welcome.
Blitz earlier, saying, I'm building the Screamer Killer now. I might need a second Hungry Boy. And coming to you live from the basement pool. Mother Reaper also... Yes, coming live, because obviously Rick Priest's basement is where we're coming live from, so we're in the basement pool. And Mother Reaper earlier did say it's their first stream, very new subscriber, so very much welcome to you. And he said, I heard Slanesh, I'm making Slanesh Tyranids.
Okay.
I think you need to get your sign out, Nick.
Woo! Oh, shit. Sorry. I lost that sign a long time ago. That sign is toast. I don't. It's like my old streaming station. I had the warning Slaneshi content sign, but yeah, I don't know where it is.
But Dan Kaplan has the same funny of, and I am in the same group as you, Dan. I am awful at Guess the Moloch.
Oh, okay. Flynnhammer, you're awful at Guess the Moloch? We need to replace you?
No, the reason why is because Marco has made so many amazing different things, and it is so hard to pinpoint which one it is. Because there's all these little bits that you've included in each different one that you carry over to others.
I'm also being ridiculous that I know these things because I'm obsessed with Marco, and I don't know that other people are necessarily going to know these things, but I like giving people the chance, and then I'll just tell you what it is anyway.
It's a
This
great
one
game
is
show.
this one might not be as popular or as known. It's not as famous. It's not like the Crimson Stalkers or Tenebra Prime, which like everyone is like, that was my first White Dwarf. That Tyranid kill team is amazing. This one is more niche. Like, Flynn, before I posted the picture, did you know about it?
So
Don't
I'm
give it away.
looking at it.
Quick.
I know you've mentioned it, and for some reason my brain is going, it's Mind Flayer, but it's not Mind Flayer.
Oh, wait, I posted this in the Discord. You didn't see the answer?
You've posted in the Discord, which has been overrun by everything this week, which I just couldn't find
Never
anything
mind,
for.
never mind. Yeah, so
Speaking of which, box put something amazing in there.
it's a real random question, but Marco, do you want to tell people what this is inspired by, since you made it?
Well, yeah, I could actually made it 2 times for Hive Fleet Moloch and Hive Fleet Ouroboros, but without knowing that I copied myself.
Oh, I forgot the Ouroboros ones where you used Tom's heads. Those were the ones I was actually thinking of. Damn.
Yeah, interesting, huh? That I used the same theme twice and didn't even notice that I copied myself back then. Well, the story is that when the Tyrant Guard was released first for 3rd edition, I didn't like the models at all because they had these goofy faces and stupid posture, and I just thought they looked uncool. And I wondered what I could do to make them cooler and nice and interesting. And I came up with the idea to use zoanthrope heads and had the theme of a psychic shield, not a physical shield, which just totally changed the concept of how Tyrant Guard would look.
Yeah. So cool.
I think I might have found the ones you meant. Is that the ones that box designed that were made by Trollforge?
Yeah, those are the Ouroboros ones. But do you see the red and black one I posted in kit bashing?
That's what I'm trying to find now.
It's in my Insta.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I've got the Ouroboros ones.
The Moloch one was posted on,
How soon? Just
with the victim.
Oh, Marco, if you have the link, can you put it in? Can you send it to Flynn on Discord or put it in the YouTube? Well, I don't know if you're an admin on YouTube. Try posting it in the YouTube chat.
Yet. He's not an admin yet.
Or Marco, just like post a message in YouTube chat that just says hi, and then I'll make you an admin, and you can post a link after that. The post on Instagram.
Well, I just posted to Flynn via Instagram.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
I'm just waiting for it to pop up on my thing.
Anyway, yeah, Marco made amazing. Oh well, I busted it off anyway. Marco made amazing Tyrant Guard that were psychic, and I definitely want to emulate that because that's so cool. And I think that these guys could be because the Neurotyrant can take Tyrant Guard. So why would the Neurotyrant have normal Tyrant Guard? Why wouldn't it have cool Tyrant Guard? So yeah, this guy's like the weediest Tyrant Guard you've ever saw, and that's because he's protecting the Neurotyrant with the power of his mind. I feel like Bargaze nailed this. Yeah, Psychic Shield instead of armor. Yeah, so this guy's got a Psychic Shield, and that's what he uses to protect the Neurotyrant with. And I am so happy with how this is coming out. So, Zoanthrope body. The base is a Von Rein's Leaper. These are actually legs from this prime that I swapped. This is a Neurotyrant arm. This is a hot tip. If you're looking for very small Tyranid arms for conversions, get the Venomthrope whips. They're some of the smallest arms in the Tyranid line. So this is one of those with a Genestealer Claw on it, modified. And yeah, and then the Neurosight from the Neurotyrant at the back, and then the front is a Zoanthrope chin. And I love these things so much. I just want to work on these. I just want to make 3 more of these, or 2 more of these. That's all I want to do with my life, but I have to work on other things. So thank you, Marco, for inspiring.
You're welcome.
And I won't tell you what my 3rd Marco project from the Leviathan box is. I'll leave that one as a surprise.
Oh,
Gotta keep coming back for more. Come on. So Flynn, wait, did you get a chance? You said how many you bought, but like Marco, do you want to say more? You said 2. Yeah, go ahead, Flynn.
I said about the Neurotyrant.
Yes,
That's just so much good in it.
Oh wait, yeah. Marco, what are your reflections on the box other than the buying 3 more Psychophages? What are you feeling?
Well, obviously, the Neurotyrant is the champion of the box. There's no doubt about it. I don't like things that I don't like. I just can't get behind the face of the Screamer Killer. I just don't like it.
Well, we got a
It's
solution for you,
really-
Marco. Did you see the solution that cropped up?
The Psychokiller. Haha, of
Yeah,
course.
that's a great name for it. Fantastic. Why don't you tell people about the Psychokiller? This is a conversion that cropped up. This, you know what, guys, I need to make an observation right here. How exciting is it that when we are going on our little social medias every day, we are seeing a new Tyranid conversion with a brand new model. When was the last time, Marco, that we lived this live? Like heydays of Warp Shadow, that was it. Like this is fucking amazing. I just have to say that. Because like when we were doing it as old bugs, we were on a message board and like you couldn't always post a picture and you had to like link off to a picture somewhere else and it was tiny. And now we are like 4K'ing our hobby progress directly into people's eyeballs on social media. This is the golden age, man. This is going to be so cool for Tyranids. I didn't even know.
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
I am actually trying to not get annoyed with it.
What?
Because
Go away. Flynn, you were suckled at the teat of Mother Digital. Like you don't know what the bad old days were like. Could you do an impression of a 56K modem connecting right now on stream? Could you do an audio impression of that?
I can't do the full. I know what it is because I had to deal with it. Because if it's like, can you get off the phone? I need to use the internet.
Okay, next old man check. Could you recognize the sound of a floppy disk operating? Because I went to my eye doctor and I had an eye test and I said, why does that thing sound like a floppy disk? And the tech was like, it's because we use a floppy disk to save your files. I'm like, oh god.
You mean that bit? Of the sliding bit of the floppy disk has to move over to it.
No, I was thinking more the
or the fact that I had a camera that would save directly onto a floppy disk and not any sort of like USB or SD card or anything.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's old school.
Yeah.
That's pretty old school.
Yeah. No, it's more of the fact of I'm seeing people doing these conversions and I'm just there like naming no names, but why the hell are you putting just random pieces of
don't.
No.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's fine, whatever. These people do not. Okay, Flynnhammer, you got to listen.
I have to look myself on it.
Flynn, I got to explain something to you. What you're seeing is that you're seeing people who normally only post Space Marines or people who normally only post human models dipping their toes into Tyranids for the first time. So, like, they could shove, like, brass rods in the heads of the Tyranids all they want. Like, I don't care. It's new. It's different. It's cool. And I'm down for new and different and cool. Where's Marco? Did we lose him?
Marco just dropped. He just dropped.
Oh,
yeah.
So,
I'm just saying, I agree. But it's just like, I'm just seeing that. I'm just holding myself back going, like, I don't like that design. But I like the fact that you were sharing that you were doing a design.
Good. Yes.
It's just I really don't want to be that whole that design doesn't really work. I like where your idea coming from. I like the thematics behind it. I just don't like the execution. And I've said this so many times before. Your model's your choice. I'm just being that whole bit of I like it the fact that we are now getting our time in the sunlight.
Yeah, I don't care. Listen. Yeah, I don't want to say I don't want to talk about getting your time in the spotlight because that sounds like some like trying to chase the meta, whatever. I want to.
I don't care about that stuff.
I'm not done. I want an equal Space Marine cake too. Like that's not what it is. This is like creativity. Like it's the creativity that I'm here for, and I am just glad that there has been this huge influx of creative fuel of a Tyranid biomass nature pumped into this hobby community because as folks who may have never like converted to Tyranid before get working on Tyranids and they're used to using humans, we're gonna see some damn cool weird stuff come out, and I am here for it. Absolutely. I want more of that.
I am really looking forward to that stuff as well. Speaking of which, if you post anything, tag Warp Shadow in the posts.
Yes, thank you, Flynn. Can you put the link to the Warp Shadow profile in the chat?
Yep.
So I created, and now Flynnhammer manages the Warp Shadow account on Instagram. It's not a very huge
Occasionally.
account. I think we only have like 2,000 followers or something. But
I
the goal,
think last count, I'm just loading it up now. It's nearly 3,000 with 48
Ooh!
shy.
Great. Okay, cool. 48 people. Head on over and follow Warp Shadow. All
If
it
you haven't,
does
please
is post pictures of other people's Tyranids and Genestealers.
And as well, we also announce our competitions. And
yeah, we
monthly
try to
events.
only. Marco, are you back?
Yes, sorry.
We lost you there, buddy. You okay?
I got thrown out. All is fine now. I'm back.
Did your 56k modem drop? Is it because Flynn's impression was too close and the modem's like does not compute?
Okay, I would love to complete my part on the Leviathan box so you can do yours. It's okay?
Do it. Go. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted.
I am not too happy with the Neurogons. I know they divide people pretty much. I'm happy the studio did experiments. The studio was brave with coming up with new designs, which is exactly what we asked for. But the Neurogons just don't really work for me.
Okay.
Don't know why, but the design is just not Tyranidy for me. The Barbgons are cool. I don't like the third leg in the front. That should have been some kind of claw to hook them into the ground.
Yeah.
Just as you pioneered many years ago. The third hoof just looks like blech. I do like the gun symbiote, which is really cool. Yeah, the Rippers are totally uninspired. I really would have liked a new Ripper design, updated one. This is like, blech. This looks very aged for me. The Termagants are super cool detail-wise, but I have an observation to make with the Termagants especially, because I think the whole unit would look much, much, much cooler if they wouldn't all be standing on the same 90-degree angle.
Are they? Damn it.
The poses in the whole unit would look much more animated if some were leaning left or right, and the poses were more three-dimensional, like more bends in the waist. I think this would be the best quality we could have gotten with them. The details are perfect, but the poses are very, very, very same, and all 90 degree. Yeah.
You were one of the first people who I ever saw who ever melted and bent Termagant tails way back in the battle days. Does this mean that you're going to modify these guys to make them a little more dynamic for us?
I haven't thought about it yet, but when I did the kill team back then, I tried to make my Termagants cooler and more dynamic. This is one of the first things that I did. Yes, because if you see them all standing at 90 degree, this is not how creatures run. And especially in action poses and fighting poses and stuff, you would see more variation on this 90-degree angle, which we all, I mean, all of us humans are programmed to see the world in 90-degree angles all the time. Everything, all the boxes, everything is 90 degree. This is why subconsciously many artists do the same. But with organic shapes like Tyranids, the Termagant unit would look much, much cooler if there was variation. And there was a slight bend to the left, some more bend on the waist. It would look less robotic, which is my first reaction was those Termagants are perfect. And then I thought they are not. The details are perfect. The surface is perfect. The faces are awesome. But the poses could be quite a bit better, actually.
Okay.
What did you say? So it's just like you mentioned about the barb gaunts with the third hoof. I agree with you completely. Now, have you seen what Brett posted in our Discord in regards to what he did with
Marco.
So he did something with the Von Rein's Leapers where he used a Genestealer foot as one as like the front limb. Now,
so Marco, this is a third edition Genestealer foot. Picture it, a third edition Genestealer foot being used as a hand, and it works. It is so smart.
Yeah.
Look it up right now.
It's in, I don't know if it's in the conversion part.
It is in Kit Bashing Biomorphs, posted on the 28th.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, if anyone who's watching wants to join the Discord, message Modern Synthesist directly.
Yeah, likely on Instagram.
on
You
its
can
way.
email me. You can email me modernsynthesis@gmail.com.
It's
Well, am I not supposed to say that? Oh no, I'm not printing it. It's fine.
yeah, we're not doing anything there. But there is actually, while you're looking at that, there was a question posted by Fergus Carroll at the very beginning of the stream, which I did want to
Yes.
wait until we got to,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is,
Go ahead.
will the Leviathan Tyranids have a release without the push fit?
Do we want to get into that now? Do we want to get into that later? I don't know. Like Marco went through his bit.
Yeah.
Marco, do you still have more that you want to share first? And we can come
I'm
back to
finished.
this.
I'm good. Thanks for your ears.
Okay.
I'm good. I said what I wanted to say.
Well, thank you for sharing your perspective. And yeah, I look forward to some more dynamic termagants from you. Actually, Marco, when I freak out about how it's so cool to be seeing new Tyranid conversions every day, I'm also freaking out because I want to see you make some new Tyranid conversions for the first time in a long time. Can't wait.
Yes, me too. Me too.
And bring the victims.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Just looked at the new Imperial Guard models today. So yeah,
I was gonna say
really...
you got enough hassle-free kicking around. Didn't you use a lot of hassle-free as your victims?
They didn't make many good new scouts, so I think I've used the best ones already. I think the new Imperial Guard range is gold for this.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have some plans for some Imperial Guard victims. I'm excited for that. Okay, things are chiming in my ear. People might be asking me for Discord details. I have no idea what's going on.
Just
I'm in the middle of some...
It will be the end of the stream, guys, before anything like that happens. So, from Fergus's question, what do you think?
Okay, so here's the deal. I was gonna make like this video about unboxing Leviathan and blah blah blah, but then everyone got to do it before I did, so I said to hell with it. But in that video, what I was going to mention was by looking at the sprues, you get some hints. So any sprues, I think, that you see in that box that are blended bits on one sprue. So, for example, the only sprue in the box that does this is the Screamer-Killer Carnifex and the Neurotyrant. The two of them... Yeah. Is someone got their YouTube on? I'm getting feedback. Marco? Or I think
Marco's
it's Marco.
Here
do you have your YouTube audio on? Can you turn it off?
I think it's more of a Wi-Fi connection.
Or maybe you don't have, maybe you are not wearing headphones. I don't know. I'm hearing myself through your audio. If you can get headphones, that'd be great. Although I think we had problems with that before.
Yeah, we have always had problems with that. By the way, this is the 5th member for anyone new to us.
Yeah, this is the third thing about the second thing that I mentioned. That there's always things that go wrong with the audio, and that's our 5th member showing up right now. Yeah, so if you look at the box, the only sprues in there that are blended are the... Oh, wait, I'll get one right here. Carnifex Neurotyrant sprue. I don't have the whole sprue, but like you can see that like Neurotyrant bits are on this sprue, and then there's gaps where like Carnifex bits are on this sprue. These shows me that both of these models are going to get separate boxes soon.
Why?
Because unless, well, I don't know. I'm just saying that like if you look at all the other sprues in this box, you don't need to update any of the other sprues. They're all push fit, but they're not like this weird like puzzle push fit that the Neurotyrant is. They're like sensible, like you got a body for a barb gaunt, you plug a gun into one side, you plug the other side of the body into the other side, and you're done. Like, they're not weird push fit. So I think that the barb gaunts, the Neurogaunts, the Von Ryan's Leapers, because the Von Ryan's Leapers are on their own separate sprue, and the Termagants, those are all as we're going to have them. Oh, and probably the Prime too, the Winged Prime. I think all of those...
Prime's on a separate sprue, but his sprue is connected to the Terminated Captain sprue.
Well, yes,
so I
but
think
also the barb...
separate for that.
No, look at the gates on the sprue. So they're not like, this is the thing. You look at this sprue. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. This is like one sprue over here, another sprue over here, and then there's no... This is just a continuous piece of sprue. Look at those kits. They have separate frames, and they have little connecting tabs between the two frames. And those tabs are really easy to snap. Yeah. So I think they're casting them all together, and then I think what they're going to do is later on, they're just going to snap them in half. So they're going to snap the Terminator Captain and the Prime in half and put them in different boxes. They're going to snap the Barb Gaunts and the Neurogaunts because they're connected like that in half, put them in separate boxes.
Now, I agree with you up to a certain point with this. I agree with you up to the point of they will be able to snap them in half. But because of the previous bit of this, they're on their 4th set of Warhammer Partworks magazines with Hachette.
Okay, let's listen.
But the
Okay,
way the
let's do
sprues
this
are
quick.
designed
Let's
are like
Flynn,
that. That's it.
Flynn,
That's
Flynn. Flynn, a lot of the world can't get that magazine. I live in a place that can't get that magazine. Whenever someone talks about that magazine, I just roll my eyes and move on. So
Really?
if you're fancy enough to live in a fancy part of the world where you can get a magazine that has cheap Warhammer minis in it, they're clearly going to take all these models, snap them off, put them in those magazines. If, like me, you're tired of hearing about Hachette because you can't get those magazines where you live, don't worry about it. You can't get them where you live.
Why not you guys?
You can't get...
Hey,
You might be able to get them on eBay. You might be able to go on
Yeah.
eBay and get cheap models because people are selling them off, but don't worry about this stupid magazine. You can't get it where you live, especially if you live in Canada.
It's not fair. Don't like it.
Whatever, I don't care. It's just more models that I would never use.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I have a chip on my shoulder about that.
So, Leviathan.
Sorry, man.
Leviathan. Flynn, are you done talking about Leviathan? Marco had his chance.
Yeah, I've as I said, I've only really had a look at the sprue today, but the main thing for me is that joint sprue, which I do think I agree with you. That is going to get split. Everything else, I think, is going to stay the same. And I just saying with the winged prime, I'm kind of. I agree with what you're saying, but I kind of do think they may do it separately so they can have a bit more of a Terminator captain. Now, this is me thinking of they're not going to really do it for the Tyranid, but because of the Space Marine arc side of it, they're more likely to do the Space Marine Terminator captain with more of the options. And because of that, I think they may do it for the Tyranid character as well.
Couldn't they conceivably just put another sprue in there with the Terminator to give more options?
I doubt it. I need to have another look at it, but I think because of how it is designed and being very much push fit with the weapons, they would need to really have a look at the angles and stuff. But I'm thinking just at a first glance of the kit and how the model has been built and painted, they're more likely to go, all right, we'll release a newer kit down the line as they've done with other kits. And hopefully there'll be strikes in the window coming soon.
Well, that's why you want there to be
That's
to be something separate, because you just want your Shrikes.
I just want my strikes.
Just looking for your hit of Shrike drugs.
Got any of those strikes?
Okay, cool. Can I talk?
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Go.
So, oh, was that a go or a no?
Go.
Oh, Joe.
All right. Go, Joe. So, though I'm a jammy bastard and I got a copy of the Leviathan Tyranids early through Eric's Hobby Workshop, I didn't actually have very much time with them. I tried shooting these videos or whatever. I decided that I wasn't going to do it because I wasn't allowed to post till much later. I basically just spent a lot of time with the Screamer Kill. Like, I know that sprue back to front now, or those bits back to front, but the rest of them are still kind of new for me. So it's refreshing for me to be able to step back from the Screamer Killer, not have to worry about like getting it converted and painted in time, and just to be able to play with the other models, because I've been having ideas this whole time about the things I want to do with them, and now I get to actually do them. Like doing these is that annoying for anyone else? Someone's audio's... Marco, I think your audio's coming through. Do you
It's Marco's annoying.
Do you have headphones?
No, I don't have headphones. Sorry.
Are you wearing headphones?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Can you please wear headphones, because your audio is coming through, like your speakers, or turn down your speakers maybe? They might be too loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I just heard myself say loud there. No, I can still hear myself.
Yeah, so you were saying on the Discord bit for it.
Check. One more.
Oh, it's when we speak.
Hi,
Well,
my name is...
there we go.
No,
yeah,
it's
it's good,
okay.
it's good, it's good now.
Yeah, it's not coming through now. You fixed it. What'd you do? That was great. Whatever you're doing now is perfect.
Reduce the volume. Okay. Got it.
There
Yeah,
you go,
so that's perfect. I don't even know what the hell I was saying.
You were talking about the sprue back to front, unlike GW, who or the people who were on the stream didn't know it.
Oh, listen.
Your
Those
video.
like I felt bad for those presenters. Do not give any grief to the presenters on last weekend's Leviathan hangout. Yeah, they
were tired.
they featured my Screamer Killer, and they thought the legs were from something else. I took that as a compliment for the conversion.
Yeah.
But those guys had to do. Did you watch the game show they did where they had to guess like
didn't bother
Space
watching
Marine
it.
or Tyranid models? It was good. Actually, the game show was really great. They had an amazing thing on their little game show where they got this woman who works in the Games Workshop office who knows nothing about models to describe different models, and it is so good. Like they would give like one of the clues that they gave from Helen, the like lady who doesn't know anything about models, was, is he stood on a beluga whale? And then they had to guess which Tyranid or Space Marine. What?
Terminator Captain, that is how someone
No,
will
you're
describe.
wrong, Flynn. You're wrong. That's not the answer. You had to guess which Tyranid or Space Marine model Helen was describing, and it was amazing. It was so good. So does anyone have she was describing the Broodlord. It's standing on like a chimney, but it does look like a beluga whale.
I was thinking she was
Or like
Terminator Captain
an
standing
orca.
on the guy's head.
No, I thought that too, but no, it was she was describing a Broodlord because it's standing on this piece of terrain that looks like an orca. It's so dumb. Anyway, it was hilarious. It was so good. That bit of the stream was phenomenal. Helen earned her keep. She's great. So yeah. Anyway, it was fun. They did some fun games, but no, they didn't have an exhaustive knowledge of Tyranid kits. But who will have that other than us weirdos?
Yeah.
Sorry, and you got me sidetracked. So yeah, now that I get to not worry about the Screamer Killer anymore, I can think about like the different things that I want to experiment with. And it turns out that a lot of the things I want to experiment with are recreating cool things that Marco did a long time ago.
Funny.
You're an
So that's what I'm messing around with
inspiration.
now. You're an inspiration, Marco. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
So-
but what
Oh,
is
wait,
your
wait.
impression of-
Sorry. So my impression is that the models are really great and that there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I think the Screamer Killer needs some work. You already saw that. But I don't know. The more I see the basic Screamer Killer built, the more I'm kind of falling in love with his weird dumpy body and his like, even his weird head. I'm even falling in love with that. Not enough to use it. I'm going to use it on some other model. But yeah, there was a part of me, like, at first I was like, I'm not going to build any Screamer Killer stock. And I'm like, maybe I should build at least one Screamer Killer stock. But I don't know. Maybe I'm losing it. But other than that, like, I've already had a run at some other models. So yeah, I'm converting the Prime to be actually flying because I feel like with the way the wings are on the Prime, he looks like he's dive bombing something. And I really wanted to bring forward Marco's flying Hive Tyrant vibe. And of course, Marco, you'll notice that he does not have hooves. He has claws. Hashtag Neurogaunt talons are life. There you go, Marco. That's what you can do with all your Neurogaunts. Clip off their talons and use them for really cool claws. So yeah, that's the Prime. Of course, this is one of the Leapers. I have a Neurogaunt here, which let's see if we can get it close. I have made some very slight changes to this Neurogaunt. I don't know if you can spot them, but I cut off the weird jowl plates that they had and sculpted in some connective tissue on the jaw instead. And if you look at the knee, they've got one weird armor plate at the tip of their knee, which makes no sense, so I carved that off. And that's all I did. I did that to both sides. It's a little bit of work, like especially the carving out the weird square jowl pieces and then sculpting in the connective tissue. But I already like these more, and I love Neurogaunts. I think they're so cute. So yeah, there's a Neurogaunt. Marco, you're gonna like this. I think I sent you a picture of this. I don't know. But I took the Von Ryan's Leaper, and of course, because it has Lictor DNA and I want it to be a baby Lictor, I gave it Rending Claws. It's the little ones from the Genestealer cult. Three-fingered. And then I also, you can see I cut the mandibles off the thing. And I sculpted just like tentacle cover. Because I don't think it needs face tentacles and mandibles. Oh man, I might need to sculpt a little more in there. And then I cut off like the elbow barbs. I don't know. I didn't love the elbow barbs. But other than that, this guy's pretty stock. And then for the barb gaunts, they're called barb gaunts. Why aren't they equipped with barb stranglers? What the hell? So
That would be simple, wouldn't it?
I clipped off the end. I don't love the end of the barrel. I know it's supposed to be some kind of little barbed parasite, like it's like the ammunition's there. But instead, I replaced it with a barbed strangler barrel from the Tyrannocyte. because those Bar Strangler barrels are the smallest ones, and they fit in there really nice. Other than that, I also replaced the front hoof, like we talked about, and I used one of the weird Carnifex Dew Claws because I wasn't going to put one random Dew Claw on a Screamer Killer. So you can use all kinds of stuff. You could use a little Talon. You could use a Neurothroat Talon. Sorry, a Neurogaunt Talon. And I just did some gap filling at the back because I tried to spread them out a bit, but I don't know that it really. Anyway, that's what I've been messing around with.
Shall we go on to Junestealer very quickly?
Yes.
Well,
Marco, do you need to
maybe-
bounce? You said that you had
maybe
like
a couple of more points on Leviathan, then we are done. I think it's
Yep.
interesting that it got sold out within a pretty short time span, not as quickly as the Kill Team boxes, but well, it sold out within
did it?
48 hours.
I thought it didn't. I thought they still had lots of copies or something.
Yeah. The UK with less than 48 hours it took to sell out.
No, it was available like during the week after. There was people posting about it because they were saying like, "Oh, sucks to be scalpers. You can still buy this thing."
No, Games Workshop sold out.
They sold out.
Oh, interesting.
I
Maybe it
looked
was
at it
other
about
retailers.
Sunday evening and they had sold out completely. Or it was Monday
Okay.
morning. One of the two.
Cool. That's good.
Cool.
Tyranids are popular. Games Workshop, make more Tyranids.
Well, it's
Absolutely.
also
And second one, I don't think it's a topic for today's episode of our
Yeah.
stream, but we definitely should talk next stream about what we can expect or what we think we can expect from the Codex release.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about models, right?
Yeah, of course.
Do we look like we play?
Barely. Actually, you joke. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
What?
Playing a game
I'm gonna play a game.
with Nora.
No, folks who are longtime friends of the stream may remember that we once had a special guest on the stream, the Zolak
Oh,
from he's
yeah.
actually Canadian, and Zolak was telling us about Iran. It was when after the murder of Masa Amini, and like the Iran stuff was like really starting to jump off. Zolak came on and told us all about what's going on in Iran. And Zolak lives in Toronto, where I live. And I've asked before, I was like, hey, can you teach me Kill Team sometime? And he was like, yeah, no problem. And we're actually finding time to do that. And I'm going to a gaming club tomorrow. Oh my God, I don't know. What should I wear? Going to a gaming club tomorrow, and he's going to teach me how to play Kill Team.
That'll be fun.
What?
We
I hope so.
We
What?
have had our Agent of Chaos turn up.
Symbio or the fifth member?
Who would be called the Agent of Chaos?
Yeah, it's Symbio.
He goes,
mess, that
hello,
guy."
hello. Had a shitty workday. Needed alcohol. I hope you have gotten some
Symbio-
of the medicine.
Thanks for joining us after you found your German tea to ease away your worries. Good to have you. If anyone missed it, Symbio Joe made a lovely, very flattering meme this week of me and Hive Fleet Moloch. Hive Fleet Moloch made out better than I did.
Also, he does do the voiceover for the intro with every stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you for mentioning that. Yes, if you enjoyed our intro, hello, gentlemen and gentle Xenos. That thing, that's Symbio Joe. You love Symbio Joe as much as we do, if you enjoyed that.
And Symbio Joe does have a series of podcasts called What is on the Tabletop? Which
Yes, you can go check out what is on the tabletop on
very
YouTube.
good to listen to.
You're just saying that because you're on it.
No, I was going to say not just because I'm on it, because actually there are some really great people. He's had Xerxes, the person behind Omegon's Wrath,
Yep.
Simpson Miniatures. There's quite a few really great people on there and it's not just this person's big, let's get them on. No, Symbio Joe does really go into like, okay, who is really niche? Let's get them in there. Let's show off what they actually do and what they enjoy about the hobby. It's a really great podcast. So if you have the chance and the time, I am just grabbing a link to his channel so you can
Oh,
find
yeah,
it.
please.
because and this is no way indeed a plug for myself. I've only been on it, I think, about twice, and there may be
Angling for a third time, eh, Flynn?
no, because there may be a hidden first stream that first one that never saw the light of day. Not because it wasn't bad, because the fifth member came over.
Oh, it joined your stream. Amazing.
Yes, something like that. It's Immune Symbiote Joe, very private hour.
Oh my. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention about Leviathan selling out. If you're one of those people who's hurting for Leviathan, as Blitz Mechanica mentioned in the chat, go to your local game store. Like, I guess you might not live near a local game store, but stores do have stock. Like, they got, like, especially independent gaming stores, they got large stock, and they probably didn't sell it all. Like, there's a place near me that, oh, I think I mentioned it. Wheels and Wings, the airbrush guys, they had a pile of copies of Leviathan, and they only started selling Games Workshop stuff in the last, like, 18 months. So people know it's big, and they've got it in stock, likely. Marco, anything more about Leviathan?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Flynn, anything more about Leviathan?
No.
My one more thing about Leviathan is I just wish I had all the time in the day to mess around with these models because they are fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh well. Gotta work. Gotta get the money so I can buy more Leviathan. But, oh, and if you miss Leviathan, or you want to, like, mess around with any of the models that are, like, that came in it, but you don't want to buy the whole box, there are a lot of people selling stuff online.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's I'm going to give a little plug here. There's a guy called Bits Monster on Instagram. If you go and see Bits Monster, let him know that Modern Synthesis sent you. But, yeah, Bits Monster basically breaks boxes. Like, buys a box that Games Workshop has, all the models are locked in there, and then just sells the individual sprues. So Bits Monster has got, like, the Psychophage, has got the Neurotyrant, and the prices seem very reasonable to me. Like, yeah, so that's one way to get just particular models, if there's just little, like, particular models you want to mess around with, but you don't want to buy the whole box.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Okay, so should we move on to Junestealer then?
Yeah.
People in the chat, let us know how you feel about Leviathan. Put like 1 or 2, 3 sentences in the chat. Just like drop it in there. If you got Leviathan, if you want to get Leviathan, just let us know what you think of it, whether you got it, whether you're going to get it.
All right.
Because we would love to hear. And then while you do that, Flynn, why don't you hit us with some Junestealer? First, let people know what Junestealer is.
So, Junestealer is the month of the year we decide to celebrate all things Junestealer cults.
Well, Junestealer and Junestealer cult, right?
Yes. Yes.
Pure
And the
Strain
idea
cult
first came about because of Kajan on one of our streams over 2 years ago now, I think. Nearly 2 years ago now, because we're now in our third Junestealer. Where,
oh, wow.
Oh, it's wide away. And we've...
Is that Joe? Did you just summon Joe? Oh no, you're streaming.
No, that's me streaming it. So in our first year,
made a weird noise.
It was just a generic celebrate Junestealer month. In 2022, it was anything but minors. And when I mean minors, I mean people who dig, not young children. Let's get that
there
straight.
Was actually, wait, didn't Deshande, or was it Deshande, win both? Because he made a diorama with minors in it, with little kids in it?
Yes.
Oh, Deshande.
Yes.
It's a good thing Deshande didn't do Junestealer, because Deshande really likes to let some other people win.
Wow.
Because Deshande always comes up with good ideas.
Deshande did show the artwork inspiration that they had created themselves, which I'm not going to show on today, because I really hope Deshande does share it themselves.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely gorgeous, the artwork
Yeah,
they did.
everyone who wanted to participate in Junestealer is very lucky Deshonde didn't come anywhere near it, because
And
this is exceptional.
the thing I'm going to say is I can completely understand. It didn't do as well this year as I would have liked to have done. And I can understand why.
Yeah.
We had a whole new 10th edition of...
Yeah, you were never going to do better than
It was
Leviathan.
never going to do better. It was I really, really liked the theme. Just wasn't really expecting it to coincide so much at the end of the month. It may be something we revisit in a few years' time, but what I can understand, I'm really happy what's happened. And I haven't discussed it yet, but I am thinking of changing one of the previous November award categories to a different award category because we had a lot more of something else. Okay, basically, we had a lot more artwork and design ideas than we did have painting work. So I'm thinking of basically we have artwork instead of paint.
Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah.
So
Instead of best painted. Well, but didn't we already have an artwork category or no?
No, we didn't. We just had best converted,
Oh,
best painted, and best
Bullshit.
best theme because of November when we did it. We mainly didn't really have any artwork. It was just painted, converted, and theme. So keep it to 3 makes it easier.
Okay.
So
I'm down. I think that's cool. I think there's a lot of artwork. And I really liked a lot of the artwork.
Is the stream is my page showing?
What? Wait, but yeah, you just did something and now it's an infinite regress.
Yeah, I'm just trying to move.
Oh, it's because you opened our thing. Yeah, it's showing. Go back. Go back. It's totally showing.
Oh. Yeah, I've page move. There we go. There we go. It's just so I can see what's showing for me.
Yeah.
And so I can see it. All right. So, are you ready to share it on the stream?
Hold on. I'm in the middle of cutting a hole for this prime. Okay, Marco's great tip, using bicycle spokes. Marco, what do you use to cut these friggin' things? Because they're really strong.
Strong German arms.
Oh, sorry, Flynn. I'm looking at your stream. I don't have it on screen.
Yeah. That's I'm like, when's it on
German
stream?
arms. Okay, sorry. You're like, is it there? I'm like, yeah, totally, it's there. Yeah, no problem. Theater of the mind, my love. Theater of the mind. Hold on. I did mention that I consumed some Canadian tea earlier, right?
Yes, you did.
Full disclosure, my friends. Full disclosure. Full disclosure. I'm half in the bag. It's Friday, who cares? Flynnhammer, my love. One moment. Apparently haven't done this in a while. Oh, Discord video.
Yes.
Oh, did it do the stupid thing?
I don't know what the stupid thing is.
The stupid thing is like,
oh,
like
it
resizes. It resizes and it's like so small. It's like a pixel. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that, buddy? Okay, sorry. Bear with. I don't want to talk about anything while I'm messing around here.
If anyone knew,
this is what you pay for. This is what you absolutely do not pay us anything for. Is this quality right here?
Well, speaking of paying us for,
no,
well,
what?
technically,
I thought Joe came through.
No, I'm speaking of paying us. This isn't really paying me or Simon or Marco. Simon, who can't be here today.
I sent you models.
No, there is something else I am trying to link to, but I am really trying to delay in saying it, and it is getting really hard to delay any further than what it actually is, the delaying of it.
What the fuck are you doing? Just speak. It sounds like you're trying to edge yourself. This is really gross.
I'm edging everyone in comments. That is what I am trying to do. Nick, Modern Synthesis does have a Patreon that you can subscribe to. And the link is now in the chat. The first thing I heard
out of your mouth sounded like lick. I'm like, why are we being so Slaneshi? Oh my god. Yeah, Flynn, you want to give him the link?
The link is there in the chat.
Oh, link's in the chat. Fantastic.
That's what I was trying to get to before I did anything.
Oh, that's why you were stalling, because you wanted to get to it. Okay. Thanks. Marco, aren't you so glad that you're here with these professionals?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, you could be having your own efficient German podcast without us, but no, you hang around with us. You slum it.
Every paycheck's a fortune. Every meal is a banquet. I love the core.
Oh shit!
I think we need to
It
get
took me a
the image
second.
a little bit bigger.
You got the quote?
Marco,
You got the quote?
I got the quote. It took
Yes,
me so long, but hold on. I'm gonna do some light adjustments here. Whatever. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. We'll do this, and then I'll size it for this one post, and then I'll be really mad when it doesn't work for me.
It's basically going to be similar for the whole thing. I think everything's on the sort of like normal Instagram bit. I can resize on my bit and just quickly do it there rather than you.
No, it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Is that better? Oh wait, it's coming through.
Yeah, it's coming through now. That's good. That's decent enough. So we do have, and I'm sorry if you're watching and I pronounce this wrong, dyslexic. It's Jules Thevian or Thavernet. I can't pronounce. But this Junestealer Alpha sketch is.
I love this
amazing.
thing. I love it so much.
Now, this is something which. Now, I will prefix this of I will say I am not happy with what has happened to the Instagram hashtags because it has made it hard to find posts like this. Because for some reason, what Instagram have done, they want to make it so you to find posts that are trending more.
Not so long, Flynn. Not so long. Break it brief, buddy.
I want to be able to find posts like this when they're newer artists joining the platform. I want to be able to find this, and the new platform does not work. I don't like how they've done it because this person
that's annoying, buddy.
Has done amazing work, and I'm just going onto their page because there's this post, and I know it's going to blow up massively, but it's just this Junestealer sketch. It is amazing, and it's timed perfectly to Junestealer. You can't find it on the hashtag, so that's why we have said if you've watched our streams and you've posted anything in relation to Junestealer, just tag the Warp Shadow page into it because it's hard to find the posts, and it's not your fault. You're doing everything. You're doing the posts. It's just everything else. You're just making it hard to find it, and we don't want to miss out on your great posts. The hard work you put into it because of some platforms' idea of they want this to happen when it's nothing.
Yes, don't go down that hole. Keep walking. Keep going.
And up.
If you've done a Junestealer post, make sure you've tagged Warp Shadow in it. @mention Warp Shadow. It's good to have the hashtag. We won't necessarily see it though. So yeah, Warp Shadow hashtag, Junestealer hashtag, but then @mention the Warp Shadow account, please, and then that'll make sure that we see it.
Perfect. Thank you, Nick, because I was going to go down a very deep rabbit hole with that. Now,
yes,
next,
please, no rabbit holes.
Next up, we have the Hungry Brush, which has done a captured squig that has been fed rippers and turned into the Grand Ripper.
This is amazing. Oh, Flynn, you keep jerking your screen around, buddy.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Sorry. It's
because I had it sized for the other one. You're fine now. You're fine. I'm adjusting.
Which I do love the fact about this because, bar guys, if you're still here, correct me if I am wrong. But squigs were the actual product of Tyranids eating orcs originally. Orcs found them, going, "You're orky like us, we'll keep you," and they've gone on to be with the orcs, and everyone's just gone their orcs. But then Tyranids have gone like, "Oh, we'll eat you." Junestealer cults or Tyranids have gone, "We'll eat you again, and we'll bring you back into a biomass," and then you get something like this crazy monstrosity, which is brilliant. I do also love the idea of just
and
the
it's such a good like use of parts that you get extra of. Like you get extra Carnifex heads, you get extra back plates, you get extra Tyrant legs. Like put them all into one model. Amazing.
Who doesn't want to use spare pieces rather than just build it up? All right. So next up, it's a classic Tyranid model I love is the 4th edition Broodlord, and when I look at this, I think someone's gone Doc Ock with their
Oh yeah, I love this one.
Yeah. It's just brilliant, and it's just perfect way to do it. Like, who cares if it doesn't fit the theme for Junestealer? It's brilliant. The execution is spot on, I think.
Yeah, at this point, we're beggars, not choosers. I feel like we can't be like, well, actually, we specified that they could not be human Genestealers. I think it's just like,
Who cares?
like you did before, Flynn. Best category, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the person who got the theme and nailed it.
That's why that category exists.
Also, I just want to do something before you continue on. One sec.
Mhm.
Just gonna make my screen a little bigger. So I just want to drop a piece of hobby wisdom on people. So you can see here, this is how the model is going to stack up. Hold on. Do it this way. So the Terminator's on the bottom, the Prime's on the top. That's a pretty tall model, right? Like, that could get pretty tippy. But you know what? It's not going anywhere. And you know why it's not going anywhere? Is because I have a big honkin' weight in the base of this guy's base, and this is a gift from Blitz Mechanica. Because Blitz works in a machine shop, or wait, Blitz, you tell people if you're comfortable where you work, but some place where they work in like heavy machinery, and there's these old, I think they're carbide blades that they just like throw out. It's like scrap, and they are super heavy. Like, they are like rocking. So I am now, these are my favorite things to use as base weights. In fact, Darth Bob's not here, but for the base of Darth Bob's Red Dragon that I'm making for him, Great Red Dragon, I have a bunch of these in the base, because the base is made of styrofoam, and that's not very weighty to hold down like a big giant Carnifex. So yeah, this guy, oh, and now of course I tip him over. Good work. Oh damn, do I need more weight? Anyway, whatever. He's more weighted than he should be. If we had these things when we were making Hormagaunts, life would have been good. That's all I wanted to say. Flynn, you can go back over it.
That's all right. I'm just making sure I have shared the posts I have already done in the chat, so people can actually have a look a little bit more detail than what I am actually doing on the stream. So they are there for people who want to see it. Now, up next, so I've set my computer up a different way, so it's different. We have Arthur, LYW, with an Eldar Junestealer
really
infected.
cool.
It's the, I know you've loved this one, Nick, when you first saw it. So I thought I'll let you talk a little bit about this one.
You go ahead. I just love that they did the iconography, sculpted it from scratch. Like,
yeah.
Sculpted Junestealer iconography from scratch. That's no mean feat. Like, that is really impressive. I like that they're trying the theme, which is non-Tyranid or non-human infected Genestealers. It's cool that I feel like when I picture it, I just picture like pure strains that have other DNA in them. But I love the interpretation of like, no, this is an Eldar Genestealer cult. I'm like, that is cool. And then on the back, like, there's the Eldar vents, and they've kind of replicated the Eldar vents with Tyranid looking vents. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah. And for me, it's there's one story in Tyranid lore where there's a patriarch that becomes the patriarch of Cain. So there's a whole thing about the Eldar where they summon the Avatar of Cain, person goes through, dies, and then comes out as the Avatar of Cain. Well, one of them was infected with a Genestealer's kiss, came back out, and they came back out with an extra set of arms as the Patriarch of Cain.
I love this story. That's so cool.
Yeah. All right. We do have Mr. Moloch with their very own Genestealer cult sitting on the top of their very own inquisitorial knight sect, which I just thought was just too apt not to share at this time of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, great job, Marco.
Yeah, nothing too special, but I was proud to use the hashtag for once.
Great. No, I'm really glad you did too.
So like it's
Also,
there to be used, and
you got to read Marco's fluff, because the gross story about this guy is that that's not like a guy who's dying there. That's a guy who is blessed with regeneration. So they nailed him to the carapace of a war machine to forever live.
Yes.
Okay.
That's grimdark for you.
Yep.
So, because I know people are looking, may just notice the banner. I'm guessing right below it is the banner that you did paint, which is from the old Forge World Ultramarines Dreadnought, Venerable Dreadnought. And that is a brilliant, brilliant model. Just wish they
Click
just
on it.
kept it against.
Bring it up.
All right, it's not just that. I just mean
like
the model itself. I just wish they kept.
I forgot that this thing existed, and it's so damn good. Well, you know what, Flim? Like, how many more new Space Marines can they really do? I really want to get some Tyrannic War Veterans. I don't think they're going to do it, but that would be amazing.
Well, they kind of did one, but I don't count it as one. You know, the new Leviathan box, you got that lieutenant? Or lieutenant? Yeah.
I want a whole unit of that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I want more of them. And it was the perfect opportunity to do it, but oh well. Anyway, next up, we have Mooklust on Instagram, who I believe has been here in...
Oh, that's Mooklist, or Moosist, or whatever.
Yeah, Moosist.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I love their Genestealers.
Yeah. Now, I have just seen something funny in our YouTube chat of Mother Reaper says, lick the chat. Where is that Slaanesh sign when we need it?
Okay, I need to like make a new one. Hey, you know what? Who in the chat is making Slaanesh Tyranids?
I think that was going to be Mother Reaper as well.
You make me a Slaanesh Tyranid sign that says warning Slaanesh content, and I will use it on stream.
Artwork appreciated?
Yeah, oh no, it can be sculpted, it can be converted, it can be just like bits glued to a piece of plastic card. Whatever you want. You make me one? Drawing on your Slaanesh Tyranid design? I will use it on stream, because I used to have a sign that said warning Slaanesh content, but it was just like Sharpie on a piece of cardboard.
Okay, you heard the man, just send him one.
And Marco, wait, before you go on, Flynn, I'm a bachelor this weekend. Nora is off camping with some ladies, but Marco, if you need to go, man, let us know, because it's getting late.
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, it's all fine. I'm good, thanks.
Oh, Marco, I forgot to turn on your camera. Did you want to show what people you're working on from Leviathan, or?
I forgot my camera at work today, so sorry, I can't.
Oh, too bad. I'll let you do that one time, but you better have a camera next time, because I want proof that you're working on Tyranids.
Yes, sir. I'm painting a certain crucified prime right now.
Yes, I love it. Oh, and sorry, I'm an idiot. We have proof that Marco's working on Tyranids. Marco posted he already assembled and painted a Von Ryan's Leaper. So you got to go check that off at his profile at Hive Fleet Moloch. Lynn, can you pop that in the chat? I love that.
Go into it.
That Mooklast made a Junestealer logo with like the Barbie thing with the Genestealer in it. That's so cool. I missed that. Oh, sweet.
That's what I was going to go to, because they did post all of their posts on there. I did want to show one of the ones I did really like, and then I was going to show all of their posts, because they did combine them all into one. So Mooklast has just done so many different ones, and it was hard to point down just to one of them, but they've got their, as they've called it in their fluff, across the eastern fringes. Recent reports of space hops infested with Genestealer, seemingly infused with the genetic essence of the Tau, have been received. And this one is an ethereal.
Oh, wow. That's going to cause some problems.
Yeah. So just bring on to their Junestealer Barbie post.
Beautiful.
And
oh, should have changed the date. It's July 21, whatever.
I know, but...
Yo, I thought Barbie had already come out. That movie still hasn't come out? Holy cow.
I think it depends on where you are, where it's coming out. But there's one thing I think you would definitely like. They have a Crute.
Oh, lovely. Oh, yo, they use my crude hands.
Your
Back?
Crute? Hang on, go back.
I don't know if they
Oh,
saw
yeah.
mine or if we that forehand.
Get on
It's
the
just
right
like
hand, yeah.
ba ba da ba. Oh, where is he? You take the more human Genestealer cult, or sorry, Genestealer Pure Strain hand, and you the hell cut out 2 fingers and then put 2 thumbs on it. It's a perfect crude hand. Anyway, I finished this guy. That was what I was going to tell people after.
Yeah.
I just got to paint him now.
I've just got so we might have to go lightning round because of quite a few things
Oh.
to go through. So I apologize for anyone who was watching who was entered, and we are lightning round through.
This is not the final Junestealer thing we're going to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
We're going to do like
No. There's going to be the proper like announcement of awards once we were arranged of what we're awarding for and everything. But this one, I do like the fact that there's mutton chops on this Genestealer.
cute.
All right. So next up, we do have
Yo, plant inside job. Who let that sneak? Oh wait, I thought that was you.
That's not me. I haven't put any
Oh
of
my
mine
God.
on.
This photo setup looks a lot like yours, Flynn.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't you
yeah.
agree?
It's I 100% agree. It's the same sort of. I think it's either the exact same turntable that I use.
Oh, I have that turntable. That's the one you get on Amazon. I have that one.
Yeah, but it's
But like the white background. That's like
you. Well,
I don't know. It's pretty standard.
Similar.
Sorry,
It's pretty similar. It's not me though.
It looked like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not me.
Actually, these Genestealers are my faves. These are some of my
Yeah.
faves of Junestealer. I discovered these late, and they're amazing.
The fact is that I shared them on my story, and then you said, "Have you seen these ones?" I was like, "Yes."
What's the username again? Can you?
I am actually going to post those in the chat, but it is Dano Sapitanos. I apologize if I said that wrong. Once again, dyslexia for the stupidity.
All good?
Link for that specific post because they had made too many great ones and I could not choose which specific one I wanted to share. So
Yeah, it's just like one cool one after another. Go check out the profile.
yeah, check them out. There's too many great ones. They've done details with the back of the carapace, they've done details with the neck, just to tip the angles, the arms. Like even on here, you got the little arm, you got the big arm. It reminds me I'll take my strong hand. But anyway, next up we have Hive Fleet Terramorphous with I'm trying to remember what they said, but it looks like they have used it's another squig that has been reconstituted to the Genestealer cults. And what I'm just going to do quickly, because we are going to speed through most of these, I am just going to put all of them into the chat on YouTube. So I don't have to worry about doing any of that. So actually, no, I won't because YouTube goes too many.
Flynn, do you have them in in
I
a document? Because I can add them to the description of this video.
I will paste them afterwards.
Yeah, like put them in, like send them to me in our original 4. But if you can like put like the name beside each URL, if that's how you have them set up, because that would look better.
I've got the exact link to each specific one, but not to. Oh, great! That didn't.
It's fine. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
We'll post them in the description later because I'm not figuring that out right now. Most likely tomorrow after tonight because I'm tired. And next one, we've got Wild Wide Worm.
Whoa! 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 Holy dude, I didn't see this one. This is damn cool.
Yeah, this is what I mean by the hashtag stuff is not helpful.
Yeah.
So it's why I don't like the way Instagram do it. I'm not going to complain too much, but it's not helpful. Anyway, it's pretty. It's a 3D kit bash as well. So using, as I said, using
Whoa.
ZBrush to corrupt a primate with Junestealer DNA. So when we are looking at the stuff, just if you convert digitally or if you convert physically, I don't care. As long as it's amazing. I don't care how you do it. If you're more physical with your conversions, or you want to do it digitally, do whatever's best for you. Okay,
Uh-oh.
Blitz, why have you told me that? Why have you told me that, Blitz? That will be shown
so
at the
good.
end.
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, I will look at it at the end because I haven't seen
It's
it. So you get my
fantastic.
honest
Okay,
reaction.
yeah,
Because I
get
do
it
have
up
Blitz.
at the
I
end.
do have Blitz like in my list of stuff here. We've got non-standard template with the locks at all. So it's
This
one
is
of the
so cool.
It's so cool. It's like this is one of the reasons I'm really disappointed because Leviathan came out at the same time because this is one of the very few painted models. So it's just it would just be unfair to go, well, you've painted, there's 3 people who painting the models, you win automatically. I don't want to be that sort of place. So, and it will definitely be considered in the 2 other categories of converted
See,
or overall.
I had an idea, Flynn.
Yeah.
I had an idea. Because non-standard template won. Did they win gold? Previously? Did they win first place for November? For sculpting? Flynnhammer, are you there? Can you hear me?
He's dead, Jim.
Hello? Did we lose him? Anyway, I had a crazy idea. Because I was thinking about Golden Demon. And I was thinking about how it's annoying that the same people can win Golden Demon over and over again. And I've always thought that it would be cool if the Golden Demon made a Champions League, where if you won a Golden Demon, like an actual gold one or a Slayer Sword, you have to enter into the Champions category.
Yeah.
So I have this feeling that anyone who's won Nidvember or Junestealer before should be moved up into the Champions League, and that gives the chance for other folks who have not been recognized before to compete in like the normal league.
I like it.
So like, for example, Deshande has won, I think, first place twice or something like that. So like Deshande would be moved up to the Champions League. But or like someone like non-standard template, because I'm pretty sure non-standard template has won before.
Okay.
Marco, what do you think of the idea?
Yeah, I like the idea. Because
Yeah, because like
there were times in Golden Demon when always the same painters won the same awards every year.
Yeah.
It's super boring.
And that doesn't encourage people to like try it out because they're like, well, I can't paint better than what's his face, what's her name, and so why would I even enter?
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. I like it.
Cool. How only we can get Flynn back.
I fear the Ordo Xenos got Flynn.
What?
I fear the Ordo Xenos got Flynn.
Yeah, I don't know, because like it looks like, oh no, maybe we're just watching the same video over and over again. He hasn't actually done anything.
Yeah, I think the Inquisition got him. They raided his house probably.
Oh wait, Flynn says he can hear us, but he doesn't know what happened. Flynn, it's definitely your microphone because your green box is not even lighting up. So your Discord is not detecting audio. Oh, now you're back.
I can hear me. Oh, perfect. Right. I don't know what happened, but I'm back. So,
yeah.
Speaking of back, so is Bargeist.
Oh yeah, Bargeist. Woo! This is a nice one.
You can always trust Bargeist to just pull something out of nowhere, like something you're not even.
It's not out of nowhere. It's out of Bargeist's amazing brain.
That's what I mean. Like something you would never think of, and they just pull it out of there. That's what I mean by nowhere.
Yep.
The ideas are brilliant. Like I chose one to show, but I did want to show the other one as well.
Okay.
I never even realized that neck sort of conversion work. It's also the this one.
If you're not following Bargaze, please follow Bargaze, because Bargaze shows you what to do with all the bits you don't think you're going to use for Tyranids.
And
Like, brilliant stuff.
what's the favorite bit?
The Y bit. The Y bit. The Carnifex Y bit. Where is it? Oh, no, the
There's
Zone
a
Thrope
Zone
Talons are
Thrope.
pretty good, too. Sorry, the Zone Thrope Talons are pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Also, chat, save me. How do you pronounce that Tyranid creature with psychic powers with the big brain that floats around? Please type in the chat whether you say Zoan, so put Z-O dash or whatever, and then A-N-N, or Zone, like Z-O-N-E. Because I've always said Zoanthrope.
Zoan.
I know it's spelt Zoanthrope, but I want to hear from the chat. Do you say Z-O-N-E, or do you say Z-O-A-N-N? Show me in the chat, please.
I've got to wait.
Anyway.
I've got to wait for you for that. I'm going to spell a word for you. How do you say the word? Z-O-N-E.
Zone.
Okay. Z-O-A-T.
Zoat.
Z-O-A-N.
You don't say Zoat. Do you say Zoat?
No, you say Zoat.
So it's zone.
Zone?
You
Yeah.
just answered your own question.
Zoanthrope. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. But
That's how
I'm
you
curious.
argue
I'm
with
still
people.
curious if
That's how you argue
people
with
say
people.
Zoan. Oh, okay. I'm curious if people say Zoan. If they're seeing their anti-Zoan.
To be honest, I have said Zoanthrope, and I did say Tyranid for years. So
Tyranid. Look at you crazy mofo.
Well, my argument for it is it's a tyrant. It's a
No, my argument is it came from the planet Tyran. That's the whole argument. It's done.
oh yeah, Tyrant. Yeah,
It's not called
Tyranid.
planet Tyran, but
Yeah.
I like Tyranid better than Tyranid. And also they asked Andy Chambers, and Andy Chambers said it's a Tyranid.
But also you've got the Norse god of war called Tyr, Tyr.
Yes.
So that's why.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Blitz says Zoanthrope.
Blitz says Zoan? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. That's interesting.
Dan Clamper says Zoan. Moose Sice says Zoan. Jordan Hill
Moose
says
Heist, my
Zone.
favorite. Sorry.
Moose, you're going to be loved on this stream. Come around.
Moose Heist, you're the best.
Oh, speaking of which, before we continue going on,
Speaking of Moose Heists,
no, because I said down, we've got quite a lot of people still here. If you haven't done so already, please like the stream.
yes, thank you.
If you're
Amazing,
watching
Flynn.
later
Good
on,
call.
drop a comment in the comments.
Yes,
and
so that we
share
know you're
us.
here.
And if you are, especially if you are the first time viewer, put a comment, or you're a first time watcher and you're coming over from Eric, or you're coming from somewhere else. Please tell us where you're coming from.
Please tell us how much you agree with the description of this as a shit show. Say 100% yes, shit show. Will not return.
Out of
Or,
100%,
has some merits.
where we need to improve.
Yeah, tell us where we need to improve so that we can completely ignore it.
And also,
And gets even worse.
Tell us where we can improve so that we can blame it on the fifth member and claim it's not our fault.
All right, so next up is Hive Fleet Uranus. I pronounced that wrong as well, like everything else today. But with their
Varanus. I go with Varanus.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, what have I done?
their Slan cultists.
Amazing. I love this.
It's too late for me to go into the deep dark lore of this stuff, but I do like the idea of frogs Genestealers. Because that's basically what Slan are. And then after that, we do have. I can't pronounce your name. I am sorry. I'm going to say it's Optford.
I can't even see it.
Minis.
Optiminis? Optag minis?
Now I could see some of these are definitely 3D printed parts. But
Nice.
I do like the fact that it's closed.
Despite what someone said to me on Instagram, I do not hate 3D printed parts. Some people think I hate 3D printed parts. That's not what I said.
We don't hate
Oh, the
them.
Claude feet are great. Wow.
We just know what we like. And
How do I get rid of that friggin' thing? Sorry. Okay. Oh, Mother Reaper just said I was making Standagons before I found this channel from Eric, and once I found them here, I fell in love. That's cool. I like that. Okay. And did you hear... Flynn, did you die again?
He's
Flynn,
dead.
can you say something? Oh,
He's dead.
damn it, Flynn. You broke it again. All right. I know that Moocyst has said that their name is similar to Sporocyst in pronunciation, so I think that's like Murocyst or Moocyst. But honestly, please, can we just go with Mooseheist from here on out?
So we're sorry.
You're back. You're back. You're back. What did you do? Your audio died. Now you're back.
I just keep when you tell me it dies, I just go to my voice settings on Discord and change it away from my normal laptop speaker to my headphone speaker and then change it back. Because I know with my headphone speaker I get delay.
Are you like, is there some cable somewhere that's loose or no?
Nope.
Oh shit.
We've just gone longer than normal.
Oh, I've gone longer and your computer's like does not compute.
My computer does not like it.
Your computer's like, Flynn, go to bed. What are you doing up with these maniacs?
You know what's annoying? My old laptop did not care. It did not care. It was like it took forever to get started up, but once it was started and running, it was like, yep, I don't care. You can overheat. Okay, that I will not care.
Are we done? Are you going to the last?
So no, I've got Vermis now. This might not be able to be
Flynnhammer, wait. Flynnhammer. Mother Reaper says Barghast's, so they said to follow you. Where can that be done? Flynnhammer, did you put Barghast's URL?
I have posted Barghast's one. What I will also do, I will
go to Instagram.
Specifically post Barghast's one.
Thanks.
While you guys can talk about this stuff from Vermis. Now, it was the most recent until
you scroll down. You can't really see that. Like, you got to turn your brightness really far up. Go look at that on Vermis's profile, that black one, because it's very subtle. It's a Genestealer in the darkness. So it doesn't look great on my screen. Hopefully you can see what's going on there. But it's not a black square. There's like a very subtle Genestealer lurking in there. So if you go look up Vermis, it's VYRMIS 123 over on Instagram. Vermis was endeavoring to post a Genestealer drawing every day. Didn't make it, but this is way more than Vermis has posted in a long time, and I am here for it. I am loving it. Sorry, Flynn, go on. Flynn, you died again. God damn it.
And resurrection?
I feel like this might be the end.
Okay. He came back so many times, he's allowed to die now.
Well, I mean, like, not the end, but... Oh, Flynn, wait, I think I heard something.
I'm
Flynn?
back.
Are you there?
I'm back. I am back.
Oh, God.
All right.
I like that you know you're back.
Yes, because I know what I'm going to do to fix it.
You never know when you're gone, but you know when you're back. Jeez.
Because I don't want to just, like, the easier way to fix it is me just disconnect and reconnect and we just screw up the whole thing with the stream. So if I just do the channels. Anyway, Vermis, they've done so many amazing things. My favorite, I know it sounds stupid, but it is this one. Because
really?
Now, the reason why I'm thinking of it is they have infected the microbiology as well of the world to help spread the Genestealer infection.
Oh, it's supposed to be like a virus or a bacteria.
Yeah, that's why I like that one so much. I know it was like Vermis going like, okay, I need to get something done. I need to get something done. And my brain has just gone like...
Wait. I don't... Listen, you can do whatever you want. Wait, why is your video so bad? Hold on, wait a second. I think I gotta change this. Because this is not coming through well. Maybe I'll make it bigger here. Hold on a sec. One sec. I'm gonna try something. This might break things, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we do that. And we do show non-video participants, no. And we do here.
To be honest, I think it is my connection that's doing it all.
No. I've got screwed up. Hold on a sec. I've got the wrong video up now. What? want. Not what I want.
Vermis,
Ah.
you're saying that's okay. It doesn't look great on your screen either. I had to like take 5 looks at it to actually see it there. That's how good it actually is because it's so much like a genius is lurking in the dark. It is so good. And Jordan Hill goes, Vermis, that bacteria seal is awesome. It reminds me of Pencil Bob in a good way.
Wait, is that a Stelia?
I think
Cilia, you know, like piece of a cell. Okay, I think I'm. Oh, damn.
to be
I
honest,
might have better quality here. Go.
links will be sent later.
Oh, but this one, I wanted you to go all the way through this because
I
these are
know,
so
I
good. This
know.
is like
I will
Monday's
be going
Child,
through
Tuesday's
it.
Child. You
It
do it
is-
right now, quick.
Yeah, I will be going through it. It is okay. So let's go back to the first one. So Monday's Child is fairer face.
Tuesday's Child is full of grace. Go. What are you waiting for? Some? Did you die? Fuck. Did you die again? Wednesday's Child is full of woe. Thursday's Child has far to go. Look at the little Genestealer sneaking up. Friday's Child is loving and giving. What is he giving? The Genestealer kiss. Saturday's Child works hard for a living. Oh, he's working hard injecting the Genestealer. And the child that is born on Emperor's Day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. This is my favorite.
And I'm back.
Yes.
I may be in conversations with Vermis to be able to offer this to people in some kind of format because it's so great.
Yeah, it is brilliant. Right.
What did I call it? I think I called it the Grumble Stealer or something. I forgot. The Gene Meaner or something. I had a name for it that I sent to Vermis. I can't even remember.
Yeah. All right. So we do have Stellafasium. I'm pronouncing that terribly.
Oh, yeah, Stellifasium.
Genestealer horses.
Okay, listen. If Stellifasium happens upon the stream for whatever reason, that horse destroyed people who love Tyranids and Genestealers. You have done very well for yourself. There are some artists who I admire a great deal who could not believe how cool this was. I love the back is like the back thing on an old Genestealer with the vents, but it's also like a saddle kind of. Oh man, this one's amazing. If I really had to take any fault, it would be that it's a warrior head instead of a Genestealer face mouth, but it's a horse, so who knows? Maybe it's more bestial like that. I love it.
Now, next one. If you can still hear me.
I can hear you.
Because I don't know when this is going to just cut out again out of nowhere.
Yeah. Did he cut out?
No, we didn't cut out. It's just me just doing nothing.
You're here. I thought you cut out right when you're like, I don't know when this is going to cut out, but that would be a very comedic
That would
time
have been
to cut
too
out.
good. That would have been too good. We do have the Nikki Grillet.
Oh my god, I can't believe Nikki Grillet got this out. Also, I'm really Grillet. I'm really sorry, Nikki, that I probably pronounced your last name Grillet on here a couple of times. Like, what do you want to do with this fish? I don't know, grill it. So I'm very sorry, Nikki. I definitely did that. I'm fairly certain I did that on stream. So yeah, Nikki Grillet. This is, I speak French, I should know this, so I'm sorry for mispronouncing it, but I'm glad that she put together some cool Genestealers. She's been doing these live on her Instagram.
Yeah.
If you follow her on Instagram, she's been going like Instagram live working on these, and it's really cute. She has like a little notepad, and if you go in there and you're like, oh my god, Nikki, great work, she like pulls out her notepad and her little orange marker and will write like, thanks so much, so that like she's actually interacting with you. I've tried to do those and interact with the chat, and you can't get any work done if you're working with the chat. So thanks, Nikki, for
the one that I
go
do
for it.
enjoy is when we first made the posts, they were all for it. And then when we did the full color version, they were like, oh, I've read it wrong.
Oh yeah, because
They've
Nikki
actually
didn't get
done
the whole
human
like
hybrids.
non-human DNA, right?
Yeah. But I honestly
Listen.
think this does work for it. It does work.
When Nikki Clie comes to your competition, Who cares? Change the rules. It's fine. Worth it, because these are really cool, like freaky Tyranid conversions. And oh man, if you've missed it, I think Nikki has it on her what?
Human hand.
What? Human hand?
What human
you're
has a
breaking up.
tail?
Oh yeah. You're breaking up, Flynn, a little bit, but I think you're okay. I was gonna say, if you're not following Nikki, go check out her Instagram, because she did some amazing sketches of Tyranids that are so weird. Like, I described them as like sad. Okay, first of all, I love them. I own them. I bought a couple. I have them in my collection. I describe them as sad elephant Tyranids. They're like long and kind of willowy, but they have like a lot of tentacles, and oh god, I love them so much. They're very, very unique. So yeah, go check out Nikki's profile on Instagram, because Nikki is responsible for some of your favorite models. She was a concept artist at Games Workshop for a time, and every so often she'll have a little post where she's like, yeah, actually I did some concept art that relates to these models. Like part of the Kroot line, the Kroot Kinbad whatever dudes from Kill Team were based on Nikki's sketches. She said, in fact, one of the models is almost like exactly what she drew. So that's cool.
The new Chaos Sorcerer that is painted in blue and
Slaanesh.
Whichever
It's a
one.
Slaanesh sorcerer. It's
Oh,
not like
Tzeentch.
painted in. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
Tzeentch.
Tzeentch. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said the wrong thing. Tzeentch. It's a Tzeentchian sorcerer. Yeah, Nikki did a lot of design on those.
Nikki good.
Nikki
Now-
good.
We also do have their collaboration with Darth Bob for their one that they got the artwork done. I'm just showing that right now. Now,
Yep.
there's one last bit we have. Now, I have not seen Vermis's. So this is like as
You're starting to cut
So
out.
I'm bringing that up.
Oh, you're here. You came back. You came back.
Yeah. So this is it's
Oh, no,
pinky
it's
in the
too
brain.
big. Yeah. I dropped
Hey?
something.
Sorry, this is so good.
Good lord,
Dude.
Flynn.
So go. Okay, Vermis, you have just brilliantly done this.
Wait, did Verbish do this while we were streaming?
I don't know, but he posted it while we're streaming.
Verbish, you're in the chat. Were you drawing this while we were streaming? No, I lost my Genestealer, my Zoanthrope Talon.
Sorry.
Oh yes, so cool.
Vermis, did you actually? Were you working on it during the stream, or was it you had posted it just as we were streaming? Because this is brilliant. Oh, it took you most of the evening, but I got this is brilliant. Like, there's so many different things. I can't stop laughing at it because of how good it is that I am just noticing it. I thought the twerking Genestealer was brilliant, but this,
Oh, I forgot about the
is so
twerking
much
Genestealer.
better.
Wait. Did you get the joke about the twerking Genestealer?
Wait, okay,
It's wearing Death Leaper's cloak.
Yeah, I know it's wearing Deathleaker's cloak, but cloak.
Okay, I didn't know if you got that.
Cloak. But I look at it and I'm just thinking it's twerking because the way it is, it just looks like it's twerking rather than.
It does look like it's twerking. It yeah. As soon as you said twerking Genestealer, I knew what you were talking about.
Okay, that is the last one I've got for Junestealer.
Yes, thank you.
Mini roundup
And
before we decide.
This is an excellent way to finish our Junestealer roundup, because Vermis has been holding down the fort for a good deal of Junestealer, with some very amazing sketches. Also, if you're not following Vermis, you need to be following Vermis. Vermis, I don't know if have you posted that your old dominatrix concept art on your profile on Instagram, because you really should. Vermis is responsible for one of the coolest sketches of a dominatrix you've ever seen. You've probably seen it. It looks perfect. It looks like what a Tyranid dominatrix would look like for 3rd edition. So yeah, and then a lot of other really cool art, of course. So big love for Vermis. And Vermis, I hope that this is only the beginning of your cool new dedication to sketching Tyranids, because if you could do this much for Genestealers, just imagine what you could do for 10th edition Tyranids. Capture the heady days of scorpion carnifexes and funky shield bugs with a huge unified front shield thing that opens up. I would love to see more of that, buddy. So thank you.
Second that.
What?
I second that.
Great. Marco, you third that?
Yep.
Good man. And gents, I'm really glad that it is one hot bug summer, and I hope that we all get to make some really cool Tyranids together, get to do some cool inspiring of each other, because I think there is a limitless fount of cool new things that can be done with the new Tyranid models. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do.
I've seen many screamer killers with the psychophage mouth, which is amazing.
Yeah, I love that. If you haven't seen that, that's well, we talked about that, didn't we? Or we started talking about it and got distracted? I don't know.
We got distracted.
Yeah, people are putting the Psychophage mouth on the Screamer Killer, which is really cool. First person I saw do it was Average Crute Dude. Average Joe Crute? I can't remember.
The Psychokiller.
The Psychokiller. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Yep, Marco?
That's the brand name now.
Psychokiller. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, I love it. The branding is perfect.
Storyboard guy
didn't
did it.
What?
Storyboard guy just posted it this morning along with the song and called it the Psychokiller.
There you go. Psychokiller. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Amazing.
Psychophage plus Screamer Killer makes Psychokiller.
I like it. I love it. So, Marco, wait, did you say what the first thing you're going to be converting is?
No, I'm not sure yet. I don't know.
Do you have a like the fact that you've bought 5 psychophages? Does that mean you might be leaning to work on the psychophage first?
Yeah, just as I said, things I would like to try is, in fact, to also do a version of the Psychokiller for me with a more animated carnifex, with a more leapy and faster-looking body, because
ooh, nice.
The stance looks all the same because it's a fixed pose, and I would like to do something else with it.
Yeah.
And as I said before, I would really like to continue Flynnhammer's work on the Harvest conversion with a new Psychophage head.
Yes, amazing. Love it. Flynn, what's your first task or your next task?
Okay, my next task is just because of that. I have the museum. One box is being made as standard, but the first conversion I think I'm going to work on is going to be the Screamer Killer, like similar to what you've done, but my own twist on it.
Great. Look forward to seeing that. Oh, I shared someone else who's doing a conversion of the Screamer Killer in my Instagram stories today, and they took the old plastic Carnifex bioplasma and put it back in the mouth. It looks actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're building out the mouth around it.
Now, just correct me if I'm wrong, but the old lore for the bioplasma, it was that they contained it in the claws at the front and then blasted it off. Is that correct?
Marco, do you remember? I remember rasping plates in the gullet, gather it up, but then it could be kind of focused with the talons. Actually, Bargaze is... Oh, Marco, go.
That's how it was. It used the claws to focus it, but it came from the mouth.
Okay, cool. That's my idea. There you go.
Actually, Bargaze, Bargaze and I did this thing, and I didn't really know how to put it out, and I was like gonna like put it maybe with Leviathan content, I don't know, where we just chatted for like an hour and a half about like the evolution of the Carnifex concept and the lore. So it's just voice, but I should get back on getting that out because I think people might enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was great. And Bargus prepared like all kinds of photos and reference materials and art. So it's not super visually engaging, but there are visual like elements to it, including some art that I'd never seen. Like Marco may be familiar with this. A diagram that breaks down the Carnifex into like head and like left side, right side, feet or something. It was like some kind of damage table from back in the day.
That needs to be shared, as well as Tyranid Attenborough's amazing knowledge needs to be shared as well.
Sorry, Marco, what did you say?
I have
Marco
no
was
idea.
going to say something about that. Oh, okay. Anyway, so we need to get that out because people need to see it.
Yes, please, please.
Sorry, that's what you were talking about, Screamer Killers. Okay, so you're going to work on the Screamer Killer first.
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting. Yeah, like I said before, I'm looking forward to seeing all the cool, like, conversions that everyone does with these things. Don't mind me just gluing tiny little scything talons onto my Neuro boy.
The one thing I'm looking forward to is because of Leviathan, I'm looking forward to so many people realizing what they can do with Tyranids.
Yes, agreed.
That's the big thing about, like, the big thing about being the big bad in inverted commas. It does bring people that wouldn't have tasted your army before to your army and experience it more. Because look at how many people are seeing
Happy to have you.
now. It's like, we want you.
Hey,
Join
listen,
us.
guys, friends, people out in the streamland, thank you for being awoken to what the possibilities are on this channel. If you know somebody who's like, oh, I might get into Tyranids, please let them know about my channel here on YouTube, because we do these Tyranid streams every 2 weeks. On off weeks, we do a stream on Wednesday nights, but we still mostly just talk about Tyranids. And I'm going to be doing more and more videos on how to sculpt Tyranids, so that could be useful, because honestly, you might be afraid of sculpting Tyranids or green stuff. I promise you it's not that hard, especially with a few quick tips. The Tyranids are one of the most forgiving things to use green stuff on, just to fill parts in, to come up with new ideas. So yeah, send them my way, and you will not be disappointed. Send yourself my way. That'll be great too. Marco, I think your speakers are too loud again.
No.
Oh, well, audio's coming through from somewhere. I don't know. Whatever. I think maybe this is a good place to wrap it up. We've been going for a while. I can't believe, Marco, you're still up, because this is really late German time.
Yeah, I'm super tired.
Flynn, this is even late for you. Well, thanks for sticking with it, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like, Flynnhammer's mentioned a bunch of... Oh, God. Now, as I'm gluing an arm, I gotta ramble on for a bit more. Yeah, Marco and Flynnhammer, thank you for taking the time. We're normally also joined by Hydra. Simon, he's driving to vacation right now, so he can be with us tonight, but we're hoping to have him back next time. Yeah, and as Flynnhammer mentioned, this is the Creature Conference stream. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this. We're going to be talking a lot about Tyranids in the coming months. And have some cool Tyranid guests on here, or Tyranid relevant guests.
Oh.
And... Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
I lost you there for a second. Yeah, so... Is that what I'm getting rid of? There we go. Yeah, so I was just telling everyone to like and subscribe, because we're going to be having lots more good Tyranid stuff coming out soon because of Leviathan. So we're going to be doing lots of conversions and streams and stuff like that. So thanks for joining us on this one, and we look forward to seeing you on Creature Conference again in 2 weeks. And then also, if you want to support the kind of work I do here, all my videos are free, but I do have a Patreon. And there's no tiers. You can contribute whatever you want, and as long as you contribute something, you get access to some exclusive content of my stuff. But also, I really appreciate the support. And right now, if you sign up as a Patreon, I'm sending Patreon's Hot Tyranid Summer sticker that I got made.
Hot Bug Summer.
Sorry, thank you. Hot Bug Summer. So I got these stickers drawn by someone named Lepkadi on Instagram. So it's a little surfer male Tyranid, a little surfer lady Tyranid. They got little like tally marks on their boards. So as 2023 is the summer of Tyranids, it is officially Hot Bug Summer. I'd love to send you a sticker like this if you sign up as a patron. You can sign up for 1 month. Give me $1 and I will send you this. I promise you it cost me more than $1 to send it to you, and you can cancel and you'll still get one. So see you over there. It's patreon.com/modernsynthesis. I think Flynnhammer just put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, good night, Jordan Hill. Jordan Hill's checking out. Yeah. And then other than that, we can all be found on Instagram. That's where we're most active with our Tyranid work. I'm instagram.com/modernsynthesis. Hive Fleet Moloch is instagram.com/Hive Fleet Moloch. Flynnhammer is Flynnhammer. I don't know if Flynn can get those in the chat, but if not, they're pretty easy to find. Thanks. Yeah. All right, so I think that's a wrap for this evening.
Okay.
Thank you both so much. I think... Oh, I thought Marco is still here. I thought you checked out. All right, thanks, dudes. We'll talk again soon. Everyone enjoy your Leviathan, enjoy your Tyranids, enjoy that preview tomorrow, but apparently there's no Warhammer 40k in it, so we'll see what we get.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
And yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Bye-bye.